It's a tragic incident coming directly from West Bengal, North 24 Parganas, Bhatpara, the area of Arjun Singh, and also the BJP MLA Pawan Singh reached that particular area this morning, and he said that there is no political connection. However, he is blaming the police for not taking actions to reduce the number of weapons and bombs that are stored in this whole area. That's what the latest update is. Shivangi.
Right. And Kishore, we are learning, like you're saying, that the bomb squad has reached the spot. Tell us about this area which you're mentioning in West Bengal, the Bhatpara area, where you said the kids were playing there and they mistaken that a bomb was actually a ball. So tell us a little bit about this area. Was there any kind of a security concern in that area, and how did an incident like this happen in the first place?
Well, Shivangi very rightly asked, this area, particularly Bhatpara area, has been a particular point of several security lapses, and there were multiple incidents of firing, shooting, murders, and especially political murders, especially during the elections. Arjun Singh is the local strongman. Now he is in Trinamool. Previously he was in BJP. He joined back Trinamool Congress, and there has been a constant feud with Arjun Singh, with the local leaders as well. And what we are getting to know is that all these weapons, all these bombs, crude bombs, which were being stored, as we know that elections are also not very far away next year, and then again another one the year next. So we are getting to know that political miscreants may have been storing bombs in that area. That's one theory. Also, police is looking into the matter that whether local goons, local smugglers are behind this storage of bombs and all that. However, the big news is, breaking news is, tragic news is, this kid, innocent kid who was just playing, four of these kids, they thought that it's a ball. They thought that they could kick into it, and they did that, and then that exploded,
right,
and one kid died.
I'm being joined by Sukanta Majumdar, President of the Bharatiya Janata Party of West Bengal. Kishore, I'm coming back to you. Sukanta Majumdar, thank you for joining us on Republic TV. This is an unfortunate incident coming in from West Bengal, where a child has lost his life in that bomb blast. He thought that bomb was a ball.
See, this is really an unfortunate event, and that happened this time, and it is not only this. This is the first time. Several times this kind of incident happened in the state of West Bengal, because the state of West Bengal became the epicenter of manufacturing this kind of country bomb, as well as the local made the ammunitions. And the TMC public, that is TMC workers, are now accumulating this kind of bombs and all the weapons for the upcoming panchayat election. So that is their motive, and due to this kind of activities, the people of the West Bengal, they are suffering.
And Sukanta Majumdar, you are saying that, of course, this is a menace there in that area. What kind of action do you think the government should take here?
The government should take the action immediately, and I think police is not enough to handle this kind of incident, because this kind of incident is happening regularly in those areas, especially the Barakpur and Barakpur surrounding areas. So it is better to hand over all these cases to the NIA, and NIA should conduct a huge investigation to wipe out this kind of nexus. Those are actually prevalent in those areas.
All right, let's go straight to Samiksha as well. She's in the Mumbai studios. Samiksha, over to you.
Well, thank you for that, Shivangi. Sukanta Majumdar, of course, continues to be with us. Sir, to continue on that very same point, what action do you think the state government should be taking at this point? And what is the opposition, how is the opposition planning to, rake up this issue, and some measures that could be taken to avert any such future mishap? All right, we seem to have lost that connection, but that's a news break coming in from Bengal, where one child lost his life after crude bomb was mistaken for a ball and kicked by a child. That's a news break coming in from Bengal. We'll go across to our Bangla newsroom as well to get more updates on that. But very sad indeed, unfortunate incident coming to light, where a child lost his life as he mistook a ball when he mistook a bomb to be a ball which he kicked, as a result of which he lost his life. The bomb we understand was placed near a track. Kishle joining us also from the Bangla newsroom. Kishle, give us more details on this very unfortunate news coming in.
Exactly, Shukanto Mojumdar was very clear in saying that Barakpur and Bhatpara regions, that whole area, are having a history of these kind, where several arms have been recovered, there have been armed conflicts, there have been firing, shooting and bomb explosion. The same happened in this case as well, when last week, what happened was, last week there was an incident of firing, and what happened was one person died, and that was a case of political violence. This time, crude bombs were placed just beside railway tracks in that area. To be more precise, that was railway track number 28 in Bhatpara region, very near to Barakpur in the North 24 Parganas. And these kids who are locals there, they always play along those railway lines. That's what their local family members are saying. They were playing there. They saw a round object which was a crude bomb. They did not know that, innocent kids. They kicked on that, and 4 of them were there. 1 died and 3 of them are critically injured. 1 is being, sources are telling us, being brought to Kolkata for further treatment. Therefore, there is an urgent need of securing that area in order to establish proper law and order. That's what the opposition is saying, BJP is saying. Also, BJP MLA Pavan Singh reached that area. His son of Arjun Singh, he is still in BJP. He was saying that it's the lapse from the part of the police that they could not sanitize that whole area and get rid of all these crude bombs, arms and etc. whatever is stored in that particular area. There are several history of armed men.
Kishore, just stay with us. Just hold your thoughts for a moment. We have Agnimitra Paul of the BJP also joining us. Your first reaction, of course, a very unfortunate news indeed, but what action do you think the state government should be taking, state police should be taking for that matter at this point?
See, actually, we don't expect anything from this government and neither from this police, because we know that they are completely incapable. And in these last 12 years, where Mamata Banerjee has become the CM, we have always seen these kind of things happening. We don't have any industry. Tata was kicked out from Singur, and when Tata was kicked out, Mamata Banerjee had said that industry will be coming. Of course, industries came, industry of bombs and arms and machinery. This is the industry which is flourishing in West Bengal right now. Any other day, we see one ISIS agent being captured, or an Al-Qaeda being captured, or PFI is doing programs where TMC MLA is participating. And you get to see these incidents where little children are being murdered by these bombs. Why would bombs be around? Why? What is the police doing? But how do you expect anything from this West Bengal police who sits in their thana, and 2 brothers got murdered and their bodies were lying in the morgue the last 10 days? Police didn't do anything. They didn't know. So basically, the police and that police minister, who is also the chief minister, Mamata Banerjee, they don't do anything. They have forgotten what is their work. Because Mamata Banerjee and TMC uses them for extortion, for cut money, for syndicate. They are being used for that. They are not being used to protect, the public. 4 little children getting killed. How unfortunate is this? And we have a government who says we are Mati Manus. We are for the mother, we are for the grass, we are for the people, we are for the public. This is the work you are doing. Little children are being killed who are playing. What was the bomb doing over there? What is Barakpur Police Commissioner doing? So actually we don't expect anything from Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee and her government. I would like to ask her, please resign, because anyways you have cheated the people of Bengal crores of money. Lakhs and lakhs of students, teachers are still sitting for over 600 days. They are protesting, and she has done nothing. She is the most, I will say, unempathetic Chief Minister of West Bengal has seen in long time. So let her resign and we will look after the entire thing after she resigns. She is completely incapable and she should resign immediately.
And ma'am, this crude bomb menace is a recurring problem in the state, but no action has been taken all this while, and not even a word of condemnation, anything so far from the TMC government. And also the bigger question as to how did the crude bomb... yes, please continue.
Which is being encouraged by Chief Minister. After 6 months, we will have Panchayat election, Panchayat board. So, every other day we get to see in the papers that arms factory has been discovered in one place. Another day we have seen 2 trucks of arms were entering West Bengal. What is the police doing? Why so much arms coming into West Bengal? For what? We are not preparing to fight for any other Pakistan or China. Then what is this arms why is it getting into West Bengal? Because terrorists all over the world, they know that this is the safest in West Bengal. They can come here, they will get the government, and they can have their operations done from West Bengal. So this is what is happening. The police don't do anything. Neither does the Chief Minister, who is also the police minister.
Yes.
So it's better she resigns.
All right, we'll leave it at there. So, Agni Mitra Paul of the BJP demanding stern action by the TMC government, in fact, demanding the resignation of the Chief Minister. Kishle continues to be with us live from the Bangla newsroom. Kishle, the bigger question here, who really placed that crude bomb at that particular location near the railway track?
Yeah, exactly, Samiksha. Apart from that, also, I'll give you a latest update. There is bomb squad in that area. And several other bombs have been also found. So it's not just one bomb. These kids were playing with one bomb and one kid died. That's the tragic incident. There were more bombs. So that's a breaking news. There were more bombs which are being recovered now by the bomb squad. So there could be even greater accidents and there could be even greater deaths from these bombs which were stored. So as you were asking, who kept these bombs is still a question. Police is investigating the matter, but what we are getting to know from our local sources is that there is a possibility that the political goons and miscreants might have been storing bombs for the elections, upcoming elections. That's one theory, one possibility. Also, there is a possibility that the local smugglers and miscreants have been storing these bombs in order to use them later on in several purposes which are illegal according to law. So all these theories are still being questioned and investigated by the police. Police is in the spot. The bomb squad is in the spot. There have been several other bombs that have been recovered. One child is already dead. One more is fighting for his life in the hospital where he almost lost his hand, and also 2 others are injured. That's the situation in that particular area. And this whole incident happened in ward number 10 in Bhatpara, and just last Sunday, there has been a firing incident in Ward 17. So you can understand that these very close by areas are core areas where several incidences of these firings, of these bomb explosions have been happening in Barakpur and Bhatpara. And that's what the political opposition is questioning as well. And they're asking whether the police is at all working in that area. And if they are working, then why these incidents are happening again and again. And innocent people, including kids, are losing their lives.
Well, absolutely. Kishle, stay with us. So those are the breaking updates coming in right now, where more bombs, we are told, seem to have been found in this particular area, which is the Bhatpara area of Bengal. The bomb disposal squad is at the spot. So the visuals coming in right now from that particular location where the bomb was found. The child, in fact, unfortunately lost his life as he mistook the bomb to be a ball which he kicked, as a result of which he lost his life. We are told that bomb disposal squad has now been rushed to the spot as more bombs have been detected in this particular area. Kishle continues to be with us. Kishle, once again, if you could give us all those facts that are known so far, and also any word coming in from the state police as to what is known so far.
Well, the local IC of the GRP, of the Railway Protection Force and GRP, he reached the spot, and also the local MLA reached the spot in the morning. The police version is that this has been a matter of security lapse, and the police is looking into the matter. They are investigating the matter. However, in the past few years, there has been several similar other incidences, and similar statements have been given by the police, where they just say that they are investigating the matter and a few arrests, and then again everything becomes the same. That's the police version. Also, the political opponents in the state, especially in Republic TV just now, Agnimitra Paul, and before that on Republic TV, Shukanto Mojumdar as well said that the chief minister, who is also the police minister, it is actually a failure from the police department.
Yes.
And she should be
Kishli,
taking
stay with
action
us.
against
Yes.
whatever is happening.
Yes, just hold your thoughts. We have Shatrugn Ghosh of the CPIM also joining us. Sir, if I can get your quick response. Crude bomb menace has been a recurring problem when we talk about West Bengal. Here we have another incident coming to light, and this time a child losing his life as he mistook that bomb to be a ball.
Like you said, it's absolutely shocking, it's appalling, but at the same time, it's very regular. Unfortunately, it is very regular in West Bengal for the last few years. We have been seeing these incidents repeating themselves. And not only adults, not only political workers, but like this time it happened, children have lost their lives. A child has died today. Few months back, the same incident happened in Malda, where another child lost its life. This has been happening. The Trinamool Congress, they have been riding upon mercenaries, they have been riding upon weapons and illegal arms and ammunition to hold their political control over West Bengal. This we have been crying out for the last 7-8 years, and now it's for the entire country to see. But also I would like to remind Agnimitra Paul and Shukanto Mojumdar, who were condoning this incident, I would like to remind them that the person who is right now the kingpin behind all this, assembling these bombs and ammunition over there in Bhatpara, till date he is officially a BJP MP, Arjun Singh, who had joined the BJP 3 years back. He is a known mafia in West Bengal. He has been a muscle man of Trinamool Congress since the last 2 decades. He joined the BJP in 2019. He became an MP, contestant from the BJP, and till date he is a member of parliament from the BJP. And he has joined TMC recently, and now he is a mafia like he has always been, and he is behind all these incidents. So while the BJP would condone these incidents, they should also answer. They also have the responsibility to answer to the people.
All right.
That what is their MP doing, and why is their MP involved in this?
Of course. Thank you for speaking to us. So that was Shatrugn Ghosh of the CPIM. Kishli, of course, continues to be with us. Kishli, very shocking indeed. Now given to understand, like you're telling us, that more bombs have been found in this particular location. Share all those details.
Yeah, exactly. And I'll just remind you that 24th April this year, there has been also a similar incident where 4 kids were injured when they kicked a bomb thinking it as a ball. Again, similar incident happened in Bhatpara, and we are keeping a track on all these updates from Bhatpara, and we will be coming back with more exclusive news and updates from Bhatpara only on Republic TV after a short break.
Chhattisgarh Sukma, where 74 Battalion of the CRPF celebrated Diwali at the Dornapal camp with great fervour.
Rishi Sunak is therefore elected as leader of the Conservative.
And here's a look at what else is making news this morning. US President Joe Biden has applauded the newly elected British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak. Biden said the ascent of Rishi Sunak as the first Indian origin Prime Minister is a groundbreaking milestone.
And whether it's the United Kingdom or just today, we've got news that Rishi Sunak is now the Prime Minister. As my brother would say, go figure. And the Conservative Party.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi congratulated Rishi Sunak, who became the first Asian and Indian origin Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. The Prime Minister said he's looking forward to working closely with him on global issues. A cyclone Sitrang battered parts of Bangladesh. At least 7 people have lost their lives across the country. Thousands of people and livestock has been evacuated from Cox's Bazar coast in Bangladesh and moved to the cyclone shelters. And here's a look at what else is making news this morning. US President Joe Biden has applauded the newly elected British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak. Biden said the ascent of Rishi Sunak as the first Indian origin Prime Minister is a groundbreaking milestone.
And whether it's the United Kingdom or just today, we've got news that Rashid.
You are calling that as a cylinder blast, and you are trying. So that moment you say a terror attack, at one end it also means people will take extra precaution when going out. It also means. That is also you have to say. If you call this as a cylinder blast, let us imagine one more module is active. That module might do an attack in the next 1 week or 10 days. Then what will the state government do? Oh, no, we should not have called it a cylinder blast. You never know. Modules are always present in different parts of the country. So all we are saying is, some English news channels have also cryptically written the WhatsApp chat message of that person, status message. So nothing we are disclosing is not available already in the public domain. Different news channels have got parts of it here and there. Some blog people have got parts of it here and there. We are not going further to talk about the 8 people or to talk about the other people also. All we are doing is telling the government, people have started to know this is a terror attack, this is a suicide attack. Please don't hide anymore. Please arrest people, give us confidence, change officers, put some extra security in Coimbatore. Please brief press openly so that press and political parties will support you. And you also, sir, you are a very senior journalist, sir. In your lifetime, have you seen any press release, sir, in your lifetime on a sensitive matter without a police section? That itself shows moment they release the section out, intelligent people like you will say, why for a cylinder blast you have put this section? So that is our duty to question it, sir. If the political party is not doing it, then what is the purpose of our existence? அண்ணா எனக்கு உண்மையாலே தெரியாதுங்கண்ணா. ஏன்னா அவர் கேட்டது போல சில இடத்துல அவங்களுக்கான ஈகோசிஸ்டம் இருக்கு. ஈகோசிஸ்டம் அதை கேட்கக்கூடிய இளைஞர்கள், ரேடிகலைஸ் ஆகக்கூடிய தன்மை, பிரீச் பண்ணக்கூடிய மனிதர்கள். அதனால ஏற்கனவே சொன்னது போல இஸ்லாமிய மதத்தை எப்பொழுதும் கூட தவறாக பேசக்கூடாது, நல்ல ஒரு மதம் என்று தொடர்ந்து கருத்து சொல்லக்கூடியவன் நான். அரஸ்ட் பண்ணப்பட்டவங்க இஸ்லாம் மதத்தை சேர்ந்தவங்கன்னா கூட அந்த இஸ்லாம் மதம் தப்பானது என்று எப்பவும் நான் சொல்ல மாட்டேன். உதாரணத்துக்கு சொன்ன அதே ஜமாத் தானே இன்னொரு இடத்துல சொல்லியிருக்காங்க இங்க அனுமதி இல்லைன்னு, அதையும் பாராட்டி இருக்கமல்ல. பட் நாம சொல்றதுன்னா இந்த ஆட்சி உண்மையாலுமே மக்களுடைய உயிர் மீது, பாதுகாப்பின் மீது அக்கறை செலுத்துறாங்களாங்கிறக்காக தான் இவ்வளவு பெரிய பிரஸ் மீட் நம்ம வைக்கிறோம். இன்னியாவது காவல்துறை வெளியே வந்து உண்மையை சொல்லி ஆக்ஷன் எடுங்க. இந்த விவகாரத்தெல்லாம் பார்த்துட்டு இருக்காருன்னு நினைக்கிறீங்களா? அவருக்கு சிலிண்டர் பிளாஸ்ட் தான் தகவல் சொல்லியிருக்காங்கன்னா அவர் அதை அனுமதிக்கிறாரு. எங்களுக்கு உண்மையாலுமே கவர்னரை சந்தித்து இது சம்பந்தமாக ஒரு மனு கொடுக்க வேண்டும் என்கின்ற ஆசை. அதற்கு முன்பு பத்திரிகையாளர்களை சந்தித்து விட்டு இதெல்லாம் பேசிவிட்டு மாநில அரசு நடவடிக்கை எடுக்கிறாங்களா, உண்மையை சொல்றாங்களான்னு பார்த்துட்டு நாளை மறுநாள் கவர்னரை நோக்கி செல்வதை பற்றி ஆலோசிப்போம். இன்னைக்கு அமித்ஷாஜிக்கு உள்துறை அமைச்சருக்கு எழுதியிருக்கோம். கடைசியாக பத்திரிகை நம்பருக்கு ஒரு செய்தியை சொல்லி முடிச்சுக்கிறோம். தீபாவளிக்கு அடுத்த நாள் நீங்கள் அனைவருமே நேரமே வந்திருக்கீங்க. ஏன்னா உங்களுக்கும் இதனுடைய மகத்துவத்தை உணர்ந்து வந்திருக்கீங்க. அதனால உங்களுக்கு ஒரு பெரிய நன்றியை சொல்லிடுறோம். குடும்பத்தை எல்லாம் விட்டு ஓடி வந்திருக்கின்றீர்கள். 27ஆம் தேதி தமிழகம் முழுவதுமே தமிழை வளர்க்க தவறிய திமுக அரசை கண்டித்து மாபெரும் ஆர்ப்பாட்டம் அனைத்து மாவட்ட தலைநகரத்திலும் நடக்க இருக்கிறது. நான் கடலூரிலே சென்று பங்கேற்க இருக்கின்றேன்.
Bharatiya Janata Party Tamil Nadu President Annamalai says that on 27th there will be a massive protest in this all throughout the state against the DMK government, and he would like to announce the massive protest that they are planning to conduct.
And that was Annamalai's briefing in which he sharpened the attack on the state government in Tamil Nadu, saying that there is a deeper plot behind the Coimbatore blast which took place. Remember, 5 more accused have already been arrested in this case. Meanwhile, the probe is still underway as we speak. The cylinder blast which happened at around 4 to 4:30 a.m. on Sunday, which even claimed life of one person. The CCTV footage that has been accessed as well, in which 5 people purportedly taking out a gunny bag from Mubin, the deceased, has the CCTV, of course, that's been accessed from around At around 11:25 p.m. on Saturday, the cylinder explosion, remember, in the car happened near Coimbatore, outside the Coimbatore temple. While one of the accused could be Mubin, is being said, investigation is on to identify more accused in this particular case, and the visuals there on your screens as well of the moment the blast happened outside the Coimbatore temple. The accused who have been arrested, the 5 accused who have been arrested, as well as Mubin, who lost his life, who could also be one of the conspirators who plotted this particular attack. So it's also being said that there could be a deeper nexus here. There could be a link to the Sri Lanka Easter bombings. Well, that is of course under scanner as we speak, but the visuals there on your screens right now of the aftermath as a result of the explosion which happened outside the temple in Coimbatore, in which one person, the 25-year-old Mubin, lost his life. We have Ashwin as well reporting live on that story. Ashwin, if you could put this into context for us, Annamalai, the Tamil Nadu BJP, they're sharpening its attack on the state government, saying that there is a deeper ISIS link behind the Coimbatore blast.
Well, all the primary evidences that is coming to light definitely points out that there is a deeper terror angle to the entire case. Number one, the main suspect in this case, who also died in the car blast, Mohsin, he certainly, the activities that he has undertaken certainly seems to be very serious in nature. Especially he had met one Asruddin, who was a terror suspect at a jail in central jail in Thrissur district. This is number one. Number two, the CCTV footage that has been accessed clearly shows that some kind of a sack is being moved just 4-5 hours before the entire blast took place. The special investigating team has also stated very clearly that before the vehicle reached the Someshwara temple at Coimbatore, this Mohsin had in fact opened the LPG cylinders and also kept some nails also to increase the range of damage also. All this points out at a lone wolf attack for sure. It needs to be ascertained by the investigating officials, but the deeper nexus also shows that the 5 people who have also been taken into custody, along with the links to the Sri Lankan the Easter blast, and the accused being friends with them, along with the police raids at some of the key spots of, for instance, the brother of Basha, who was part of the band organization called as Al Umma. His home was also raided as part of the entire investigation as well. So it certainly points out the horrors of the 1998 Coimbatore blast is now again coming to light. We have, although there is no much casualty other than the suspect himself who has died in the entire blast, it could have been very fatal for the people and also for the national security. Stay tuned. We will be giving back all the updates on the Coimbatore car blast. Stay tuned to Republic TV. We'll be back after a short break.
Style? For me, it's the pursuit of timeless elegance. Crisp, clean, classic, subtle brilliance. You don't know what it is that catches your eye, but it does, The cut, the color, the lines. There's something in the essence of the evergreen. You feel special, selected. That's when I know I found the right fit. When I feel selected.
And here's a look at what else is making news this morning. US President Joe Biden has applauded the newly elected British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak. Biden said the ascent of Rishi Sunak as the first Indian origin Prime Minister is a groundbreaking milestone.
And whether it's the United Kingdom or just today, we've got news that Rishi Sunak is now the Prime Minister. As my brother would say, go figure. And the Conservative Party.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi congratulated Rishi Sunak, who became the first Asian and Indian origin Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. The Prime Minister said he's looking forward to working closely with him on global issues. A cyclone Sitrang battered parts of Bangladesh. At least 7 people have lost their lives across the country. Thousands of people and livestock has been evacuated from Cox's Bazar coast in Bangladesh and moved to the cyclone shelters. And here's a look at what else is making news this morning.
Delhi's air quality index hit the very poor category with an AQI of 377 in Anand Vihar.
Now, Britain's Conservative Party leader Rishi Sunak has become the first Indian origin Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, former UK Chancellor of the Exchequer.
The disaster management authorities in Meghalaya have been kept on high alert as cyclone Sitrang is likely to bring heavy rain in many parts of the state. Kashmiri Pandit families moving to Jammu from Shopian, Chaudhry Gun area where PK Bhatt was killed by terrorists.
Viewers, we are live in Breaking on Republic TV. I am Shivangi Shukla. Let's see what is making the news right now. Let's have a look at the headlines that we are tracking. History scripted. Rishi Sunak becomes United Kingdom's non-white Indian origin Hindu Prime Minister. But the lobby is at it again. Asks, is a minority Prime Minister possible? BJP hits out. Mystery over Coimbatore blast after BJP's deeper ISIS link claims. Sri Lanka investigation links emerge. Communal clashes in Vadodara, 19 detained. Police say investigation underway. Two Indians trailed, targeted and killed by 4-man squad in Kenya. Motive behind the gruesome murder yet to be known. After chicken distribution, liquor bottles, now it's the BRS on a liquor spray ahead of bipolls to lure voters in. Bengal crude bomb menace kills a child, critically injured 3 others. Viewers, getting some breaking news right now. WhatsApp disruption in different parts of the world has been reported. What we can tell you so far, WhatsApp has been down for over 30 minutes now. WhatsApp outage being reported. That's what we're getting for you right now. It seems as if WhatsApp, the app WhatsApp is down. Not just in India, but in different parts of the world. We're getting this news coming in at this point of time, viewers, that WhatsApp is down. Users are facing problems in sending and receiving messages. Ankit is joining us for more. Ankit, we are learning that there seems to be some kind of issue with the app.
Absolutely, Shivangi. So what happened was, if I can trace it through, because we experienced it first and we noticed and we checked it. First, it was the group messaging that went down. We sent each other messages on groups and they would not get sent. The sending icon would remain there. However, DMs were still working at that time. So this was a problem that was also reported on social media, because of course, if people want to verify, they would go and check whether elsewhere there are others complaining about the same thing. So it turned out to be the case. Now, just a couple of minutes ago, I can confirm that even direct messages are not working. So essentially, WhatsApp has gone down, and it appears to not only be the case within India or parts of India, there are plenty of foreign users also reporting it on social media. The fact that WhatsApp is down, it takes hardly no time for news to percolate from one platform being down to another. So in this case, on Twitter, for example, the hashtag WhatsApp down is currently trending. I have the WhatsApp Twitter handle open in front of me, and so far there appears to be no statement on the matter by WhatsApp or its owner Meta. But of course, there are a lot of people who are currently experiencing this problem. So it remains to be seen till what time WhatsApp will be back running again. We've seen how different platforms experience outages, downtime for various different reasons. Sometimes these are across, sometimes they're for a select number of users in select areas. But this time it appears to be that WhatsApp has gone down in many parts of the world, first with group messages and now with DMs as well, Shivangi.
Right. All right, so we're getting some news right now, and Ankit is getting us the details as well that the app is not working as users are unable to send or receive any messages right now. And as Ankit was saying, that the parent company of Meta has yet to address the issue. Ankit, you're also telling us that there has been no kind of statement also coming in from WhatsApp as well, right?
No statement so far. In fact, their last tweet by the WhatsApp official handle was 14 hours ago. It was a regular tweet talking about how they have privacy chops and how they have improved the privacy services that they offer. But currently there is nothing yet on whether or not there is a problem that they are tending to or how they are addressing it or an acknowledgement. Generally you find either the WhatsApp Twitter handle or someone who holds a high position in WhatsApp who has a large following will likely make some kind of a statement. So, but as of this moment, Shivangi, we can tell you that there doesn't appear to be a statement by either WhatsApp or by the parent company Meta. However, WhatsApp is down. First it went down, like we said, for group messaging. It was down for some time. It appears to have been down for at least 20 minutes. We verified this. And then later, a short while earlier, just about 5 minutes ago, we also confirmed and we saw that on DMs also, you cannot no longer send messages to each other. So WhatsApp is in fact down at the moment. We are awaiting word on when it would be brought back and services will be restored.
Right. And Ankit, usually we see Instagram has gone down a couple of times in the past. We have seen that that when a case like this happens, usually Facebook has acknowledged the issue and they apologize to the users. They apologize and tender their apologies to the users whenever such kind of outages happen. These outages happen quite frequently. In fact, sometimes Instagram goes down, sometimes we see that Facebook also goes down. But usually we would wait for the parent company to come out and acknowledge that such kind of issue is being faced by the users of that app. In this case, Ankit, help us understand that when can we expect any kind of communication to come through? Because WhatsApp is extremely important, not just for individuals, but for businesses from all over the world, Ankit.
Most definitely. I can also now tell you that on the Facebook page of WhatsApp, which is on its parent company's social media networks page, their last update is a cover photo that they had changed, which was only 13 hours ago. So clearly they have not mentioned anything about this. We expect that in due course, either the services will be restored or some kind of statement will be forthcoming. Like you rightly pointed out, every now and then there are different social media that do go down. Instagram down, Twitter down, Facebook down. These are often hashtags that trend very quickly after some kind of outage happens. In this case, Twitter for sure is trending, WhatsApp down. And because WhatsApp is so ubiquitous right now, I recall the time when WhatsApp was not owned by Meta. It was a $19 billion purchase that Facebook and Mark Zuckerberg had made at that time. It was, I think, at that time, one of the largest social media acquisitions ever. It just speaks about the ubiquity. Since then, WhatsApp has encountered various issues. There are privacy-related matters that have often come to the fore. And periodically, you have outages also that are reported, as they are in all social media. We are still waiting, Shivangi, to find out whether the Meta team will tell us if it is some isolated problem, if it is a problem that affects groups more or DMs more. But for the moment, it appears to be fairly global and fairly all pervasive in terms of DMs as well as groups.
Right. And I just want viewers to get a check about when these kind of incidents have happened. These kind of incidents have happened last year. I'm talking about Instagram, we're talking about Facebook. In fact, Ankit, if you could help our viewers understand the history of such incidents which have been happening in 2021, in the latter part, when in fact Facebook had gone down. And this had happened when an ex-employee of the company, who has now turned into a whistleblower, had accused Facebook of harming children on Instagram. And then Facebook went down for users across the globe on October 4th after the whistleblower had made shocking revelations. Now, this had happened in 2021. So sometimes we see that the company itself would pull down the services for the users when such a case emerges.
I don't know if the two were related, but certainly I do recall that outage. And you have to understand that these are Titanic services. They are services that host billions of people. Facebook itself has over 1.5 billion users. Instagram something like 700 plus million. WhatsApp also would be a billion plus download app. And so they use vast amounts of server farms which are located in different areas. And so if something goes down, they're complex systems. You don't always know perhaps where to troubleshoot. And so I can imagine, however, that there is a crack team that is always ready and on standby to monitor and fix such outages. Still it happens with even the biggest software companies. It does appear to happen. Even they have systems that are perhaps not always as scalable as one thinks. Or you could never rule out, of course, also sabotage or some kind of mistake or human error. So it really remains to be seen, Shivangi. But even now, I can confirm that none of the messages that I have tried to send people have gone through either on groups or on DM. So WhatsApp remains, at least for the moment, still down.
Okay, Ankit, I'm just coming back to you. Just want to tell our viewers exactly what's happening right now. Like Ankit is saying that these kind of incidents have happened in the past and the exact reason is not known, but they have happened after certain events have taken place. Like I told you about that whistleblower who had spoken about Instagram. Facebook had gone down after that. But whether these two are related, we don't know that. But right now, the reason behind WhatsApp being down, we don't know the reason as of now, viewers. But what we can tell you is that the app is not working as users are unable to send or receive messages. The app has not been working for the last 30 to 40 minutes. Well, thank you, Ankit, for getting us all the details. Let's move ahead to the other big story we're tracking on Republic TV. All right, viewers. Rishi Sunak has now become the United Kingdom's non-white Indian origin Hindu Prime Minister. Opposition raises minority leader debate using Sunak, and also we are learning that the minority PM question has been raised by the Vadodara Congress and also Mehbooba Mufti. So this is what we're tracking for you right now, where we are learning after the Indian origin, Rishi Sunak has become the new Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. The Congress leader and former Union Minister P. Chidambaram has also come up with a bizarre statement. He has tweeted, and I quote here, take the tweet of Chidambaram. I'm going to read it out for our viewers. He says, first Kamala Harris, now Rishi Sunak. The people of the US and the UK have embraced the non-majority citizens of the countries and elected them to the high office in the government. I think there is a lesson to be learned by India and the parties that practice this kind of majoritarianism. That's what he's saying right now.
ये पहली दफ़ा जो इंडियन ओरिजिन का ऋषि सुनाक जो है ये प्राइम मिनिस्टर बन गया ब्रिटेन का। ये पिछली दफ़ा ही प्राइम मिनिस्टर बन गया था, लेकिन कुछ हालात ऐसे पैदा हो गए कि उसको मुमकिन नहीं हुआ, लेकिन उसने जंग नहीं छोड़ी, उसने अपने उसमें रखा और मेरा ख्याल है कि शायद 2-4 महीनों में ही ये दोबारा वहाँ प्राइम मिनिस्टर बन गए। ये बहुत अच्छी खबर है और ये हमें एक लेसन है कि हमको बड़े खुले दिल से सोचना चाहिए दुनिया कहाँ जा रही है, और हम लोग जो हैं छोटी छोटी बातों में अटके हुए हैं। अब सवाल यह है कि ऋषि सुनाक जो है, जो वहाँ चैलेंजेस हैं उनका कैसे मुकाबला करता है, ये आने वाला वक्त बताएगा। क्योंकि इस वक्त पूरी दुनिया के अंदर जो है क्राइसिस है, फाइनेंशियल क्राइसिस है। पूरी दुनिया के अंदर तेल का जो मसला है वो भी बना हुआ है। यूक्रेन और रशिया की जंग जो है वो चल रही है, जो बड़ी बदकिस्मती की बात है।
All right, viewers, so we're getting this breaking update. We just told you that WhatsApp disruption in different parts of the world has been reported, and WhatsApp has been down for over 30 to 40 minutes now. The WhatsApp services have been down for over 30 minutes, and this is coming in as many people are reporting that they cannot send or receive any messages. In fact, we're learning that WhatsApp is not working. People cannot send messages. They can't send messages on the groups of WhatsApp. They cannot even DM each other as well. Now, WhatsApp is the world's most popular messaging app, and it has stopped working. This will affect and is affecting right now, potentially affecting billions of users. The app is being used by people. The app is used by businesses as well. The app is used to send money across to each other. So right now, this is why we are tracking the story very closely. It's a very, very big development that WhatsApp is being reported to be not working right now. WhatsApp is not working for over 30 to 40 minutes. And many people are reporting right now, even here at Republic TV, we cannot send any messages on the groups. So we are tracking the story very closely. At the same time, no official word has come in from the parent company, which is Meta. Ankit is joining me live again. Ankit, you were getting us all the details about WhatsApp services being down. And I was also telling our viewers right now that WhatsApp is something that everybody uses. People are very dependent on WhatsApp to communicate for their businesses. Are we learning anything right now about when will this issue be solved?
You know, Shivangi, I have one eye on the camera and I have one eye clearly on my phone at all times because I'm checking the WhatsApp Twitter handle, I'm checking the WhatsApp Facebook handle for any indication that messages are now being sent. I'm also checking my own WhatsApp inbox to see if any of the messages I have sent have gone across, but still it shows you the hour figure, the clock face, which tells you that the messages are yet to be sent. They have not been sent from my phone itself. So it appears to be a sending and receiving error, or we don't know at this moment. But the matter is trending on all other social media. WhatsApp down is a global trend right now. It's a worldwide trend, once again I'd like to repeat. So it's not just a problem in India. There are cases also we've seen in the past where WhatsApp isn't necessarily down all across the world. It could be down only in isolated places, but here in this case it does appear to be at least in a number of places. Now, like you've also rightly been saying, WhatsApp is a platform that is very ubiquitous. They have added a number of features also of late, such as, like you said, sending money. People also use it to send pictures and wishes to each other, because also it is the festive season, and so that is also something that they use it for. And so most definitely within a couple of minutes of WhatsApp going down, it's more than likely that a lot of people will experience this firsthand themselves, which is why it becomes such news. And also clearly it is the predominant form we use at this moment on our phones to communicate with each other, whether it is personal or interpersonal DMs, or whether it is to large groups and so on and so forth. So for the moment it appears to be down. I'm refreshing the Twitter handle of WhatsApp once again. There is no update. Their last message is last night about their privacy chops, and on Facebook their last update is also last night. They had a new cover photo. So no acknowledgement so far, Shivangi.
Right. All right. And I'm also checking this page called Down Detector. It checks if apps are down. There's an immense amount of spike there, which is being reported in the past an hour or so, because WhatsApp has been down for approximately 40 minutes so far, Ankit. So it reports around 28,801. 28,801. That's a big spike coming in right now, and we are tracking this story very closely. And Ankit, like you are telling us as well, that these kind of instances have happened in the past, where Instagram has been down, Facebook Messenger has been down, and we have seen that the parent company or Facebook comes out with a statement. They apologize sometime, and we are kind of hoping right now that some kind of a statement should be coming out from the parent company as well. Ankit.
Absolutely. In fact, it's very interesting. If I can also show people, here is the down detector of WhatsApp, and right in the end you can see there is a huge spike in the number of reports of WhatsApp being down. So there were no reports a while back, and then until just a couple of minutes earlier there was nothing, and then suddenly there are almost 30,000 reports of WhatsApp being down. So that is what it's telling you. So very clearly, Shivangi, like you rightly mentioned, this is a problem that is being experienced wholesale and by a lot of people. Like we've discussed also, WhatsApp is a service that is downloaded in the app form across Android and iOS, and also on the web over 1 billion times. It's probably used by over 1 billion people every day, and so it requires vast amount of server resources to run and operate. Sometimes there is no currently it is an ongoing topic of whether the server should be located in the country in which WhatsApp is being used. So for instance, for Indian users and Indian WhatsApp, should the servers be located in India? It's an ongoing discussion, but right now there is no consensus yet. So you don't know exactly where the servers are that your WhatsApp will ping the messages off and send it back again. So that is also something that we cannot currently speculate about. But as of this moment, there is no update from Meta, there is no update from WhatsApp, and there is widespread report of WhatsApp being down reported from across the world.
Right. Ankit, if you could just go to your Twitter, because what is trending right now is hashtag WhatsApp down. Hashtag WhatsApp down. It's trending all over. It's trending all over. It's number one. It's trending number one in India right now, Ankit. So if you could just go ahead and read some tweets. A lot of tweets are coming in on social media as well, where they are saying that WhatsApp is down. It's become the number one trend so far. In fact, more than 9,000 to 10,000 tweets on hashtag WhatsApp down. That really tells us that WhatsApp is down for so many people right now, not just in India, but also from across the world, Ankit.
Yes, you're absolutely right. In fact, when I wanted to check whether or not WhatsApp was down or working, the first thing I also did was go to Twitter and check whether there were people tweeting with the words WhatsApp down. People are very wise to what they use and to express different situations. So it was already a preordained thing that if WhatsApp was to go down, the hashtag would be hashtag WhatsApp down. And that is precisely like you said, which is the case. There are 10,000 plus tweets. Remember, we just showed our viewers how there are almost 30,000 reports by different people on one particular website saying that WhatsApp has gone down. So clearly the problem is very pervasive. There are different kinds of reactions. One of the things that people always talk about is how whenever one social media goes down, there is a web migration to others. So in this case, people are remarking at the fact that people are going to different social media to check whether another social media, that is WhatsApp, is down. So that is just the nature of these conversations. Ironical at some times, but that is the kind of thing that often proliferates online. But again, I would like to just check that none of my messages so far have yet been delivered, whether they're on groups or whether they are on DM. I also have a group with myself in it, and I'm not able to deliver messages to myself either. And so it appears to still be down. There is a bar that says connecting on top, which has a circle on it that is constantly whirring and buzzing and buffering. So we are awaiting to see whether or not WhatsApp comes back. We are tracking this very closely, just like all our viewers are. We'll be back with more on Republic. Stay with us.
Ankit, stay on with us. We will just tell our viewers and give them some more updates before we go into the other stories. But right now, Ankit, before we take on the other stories, Ankit, just look at your Twitter. And what is very interesting right now is that even though WhatsApp is down, people are, they are posting memes. They're posting memes. In fact, 25,000 tweets, hashtag WhatsApp down. We can tell you, viewers, hashtag WhatsApp down is trending number one. 25,000 tweets on it. And at the top, you will see, Ankit, that even though WhatsApp is being used by businesses, with friends, with family, their groups, we are seeing that people, even though it's down, they are right now posting memes. Back-to-back memes are coming in.
Absolutely. There's nothing that social media is more used for than sharing memes on various situations. So one particular meme, I don't want to show it to the viewers, but I can paint you a picture, is Mark Zuckerberg sitting in front of a box of servers trying to decide whether to plug this cable in or the other cable in. And so that also tells you about the kind of complexity that these systems have these days. To isolate a problem may take some time. To deliver a fix then may take more time. They could either decide to patch the problem, route it to some other system and get it to work, or it could be something that is larger, more pervasive, which would require some kind of larger rollout to take place. One really doesn't know in systems as big as these. These are used by as many people as there are in entire countries. In fact, there is a very interesting statistic which tells you that if Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and so on and so forth were countries, then they would be among the most populous. It would be a very fair comparison between where India and China stand in terms of population and the number of people that use these different platforms. And so that is where we are at the moment. That's why so many people are affected by this kind of outage. We've seen it happening across different social media before. This time it's WhatsApp. And so because it's on WhatsApp, people are taking to other social media to talk about it and report about it because it becomes a subject of conversation as well.
Right. And Ankit, like you were telling us that, the memes where they're showing engineers. In fact, engineers will be playing a very, very key role over here to fix this issue because, you can clearly see that those memes are also reflecting that, what we were talking about right now. But let's talk a little bit about the outages which have happened in the past. And if you could tell our viewers as well that Usually, Ankit, we have seen, and I'm telling our viewers as well, usually when this outage happens, Instagram or Facebook Messenger, usually Facebook does come out with a statement, but the statement comes after a couple of hours, Ankit. So hopefully, we should be seeing some kind of a word coming in from the parent company or from Facebook very soon.
Definitely, we would expect some kind of word. It's always the case, Shivangi, in my experience, when a large traffic website goes down, either from its own handle they will give you an update, or in many cases, like in Facebook's case, some of the engineers who head the Facebook engineering services are people who have large followings on their own right, and so they take to their own handles. In Twitter's case, I can tell you that there is a specific handle to talk about this. I think it's called Twitter support or something like that. So Twitter support handle would talk about whether or not there were any kind of outages and so on and so forth. So definitely there is now, because these platforms are all over a decade old, they are no longer small startups anymore. They are settled platforms, even though one may say that WhatsApp doesn't have any kind of revenue strategy figured, but clearly they are platforms that have all their systems and their SOPs in place. And so if there is an outage, one would expect that people will be given due notice and they will get an update very soon. But for the moment, and one cannot also speculate, Shivangi, whether it is a matter of it currently being the middle of the night in America, for example. This is a company that is headquartered in Menlo Park in California, in Silicon Valley, if I'm not mistaken. And so, of course, such a big company, such a big service, you expect them to have 24/7 crews on the spot, crack teams to fix it, emergency response teams. They don't take chances with matters like this, because they also know that the second that they have an outage, they have an issue, people often migrate. Sometimes, like we're talking about now, they're migrating to talk about it. Someone may migrate to a different chat platform if it's so important. We all know how just last year there was a privacy battle waging over how WhatsApp wanted everyone to sign its new privacy policy. A lot of people rejected
Ankit,
it, and so
looks
they moved
like
across
Meta.
to another
Ankit,
platform.
looks like Meta has issued a statement. Ankit, looks like Meta has issued a statement. We are flashing that on a screen right now. It's coming in the breaking news. Breaking news. The Meta has said we are working to fix the issue. Statement has been released, Ankit. Finally, they have acted within 45 minutes after the app went down. And they are saying, and they have confirmed, it's a WhatsApp outage issue. And they're working to restore the app. Ankit.
I am also trying to pull up the statement, Shivangi, but clearly Meta has acknowledged the fact. I am pulling up its Twitter handle and trying to find out whether or not they have also tweeted about it. So they have not. One would imagine that because it's Meta, they would take it to their own platform. And let me try and pull that out as well. One would think that they would have responded, and so they have at the moment. Let's just take a look. So Meta says that they are currently working on the situation. They have acknowledged the fact that WhatsApp is down. They say they are working to restore as quickly as possible. It's a small statement. It is a nondescript statement, and Meta says that they are trying to fix the problem as we speak. So clearly there is action here on this front. It is a status quo at the moment insofar as WhatsApp being down goes, and the services of the WhatsApp-owned Meta are currently down. I am reading the statement out. We are aware that some people are currently having trouble sending messages, and we are working to restore WhatsApp for everyone as quickly as possible. This is the statement that a spokesperson for Meta has issued on WhatsApp being down. It's notable that it doesn't appear to have been posted anywhere. It is a statement that has come to us, and so this is currently the status insofar as WhatsApp's downtime and outage goes, Shivangi. No ETA. Very importantly, there is no estimated time for a fix at this moment. I think what is current is that we'll know when we know. When you see the tick and then the double tick and then it turned blue on your WhatsApp, that is perhaps when you would know whether or not WhatsApp has started working.
Right, Ankit. So now we were telling our viewers, Ankit, that on Republic TV it said that usually the parent company would come up with a statement after an hour or a few hours. It looks like that is exactly what's happened right now. While we are breaking the story, while we're reporting for our viewers, a statement has come out, and Ankit has just read that statement. I'll also repeat it. They're saying that we are aware that some people are currently having trouble sending messages, and we are working to restore WhatsApp for everyone as quickly as possible. That's what Meta is saying, the company is saying. But Ankit, also right now they have not pointed out so far that what exactly was the problem. Hopefully in some time we will come to know that what was the reason behind WhatsApp outage. Now 2 billion people use WhatsApp all over the world. So hopefully, Ankit, and if you could tell our viewers as well that will a kind of a statement come out soon about why was there an outage? Was it a technical glitch, or was it any other kind of problem which led to this outage for so many people?
Generally, if my memory serves right, for now they will not disclose too many details. In fact, even if you look at this current statement, they haven't even spoken about whether it is a geographically limited problem, whether it affects only certain kind of users in different places, or any other details. They have not really spoken about it. Also, they have not spoken about how long it would take for them to fix it. So at this moment, there is not much more than an acknowledgement and an assurance that they will eventually fix it. However, what we've seen in recent times, when the big Facebook outage happened last year, eventually they got it working, and then finally Mark Zuckerberg himself, the CEO of Meta, issued a long statement, and there he tends to get into the specifics of what happens. Zuckerberg has this way of putting it across in a way people can understand. We'll be watching out for that. We are tracking this very closely. When will WhatsApp be back up? We'll get you more details and any other statements that come out after a short break. Stay with us. We'll be back in just a few seconds.
$11,000 placements last year. At Amity, we are committed to nurturing passionate, hardworking and proactive professionals.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi congratulated Rishi Sunak, who became the first Asian and Indian origin Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. The Prime Minister said he's looking forward to working closely with him on global issues. As Cyclone Sitrang battered parts of Bangladesh, at least 7 people have lost their lives across the country. Thousands of people and livestock has been evacuated from Cox's Bazar coast in Bangladesh and moved to the cyclone shelters. And here's a look at what else is making news this morning. US President Joe Biden has applauded the newly elected British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak. Biden said the ascent of Rishi Sunak as the first Indian origin Prime Minister is a groundbreaking milestone.
And whether it's the United Kingdom or just today, we've got news that Rashid Sunak is now the Prime Minister. As my brother would say, go figure. And the Conservative Party.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi congratulated Rishi Sunak, who became the first Asian and Indian origin Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. The Prime Minister said he's looking forward to working closely with him on global issues. As Cyclone Sitrang battered parts of Bangladesh, at least 7 people have lost their lives across the country. Thousands of people and livestock has been evacuated from Cox's Bazar coast in Bangladesh and moved to the cyclone shelters.
All right, viewers, a big story we're tracking right now. WhatsApp has been down now. It's been around 45 minutes to 1 hour. Many people from across the globe are reporting that WhatsApp is down, but the statement is out. Ankit, if you could tell our viewers who are watching right now that what is the parent company saying about the outage reported on the app. Now, the WhatsApp app, like I was telling our viewers, is so important for everybody. Like without WhatsApp, many people cannot communicate, they cannot do their WhatsApp calls, they cannot pay through the app, and they can also not send messages. They can't send messages to each other, even when it comes to business or even their family groups and other groups that they have made.
Most definitely, but with a caveat, Shivangi, this kind of situation only lasts a short time. People will not allow themselves to be restricted in terms of their outlets for communication for very long. Very soon, if WhatsApp is not restored, you'll see a migration to other chat platforms. We've seen it in the past over the long haul. We've seen it in the past very quickly also taking place. But for the moment, I can tell you, to answer your question, that there is a response, of course, from Meta, which is the company that owns WhatsApp, and it says, we are aware that some people are currently having trouble sending messages, and we are working to restore WhatsApp for everyone as quickly as possible. So they don't get into where is this problem, they don't get into how long it's been happening, and they don't also at this point talk about how long it will take to get a fix. Very quickly, I am sure they would want to get some kind of patch through. When this kind of issue arises, the first thing to do is to trace and diagnose the problem, to find out specifically what is the component that is causing. These are multi-layer softwares. They are softwares that probably have taken thousands of different software engineers to code. So, and many of them may have left the company also. So this is an often cited pitfall in the software industry. You need to go and isolate and find the documentation that tells you what has gone down. There are also a lot of the times a number of allied services that run these systems. So for instance, WhatsApp may be the ownership of or fall under Meta, but you could have certain systems that are perhaps even outsourced to other different companies that provide various back-end infrastructure and so on and so forth. So that is perhaps the scale of the problem. So at this point, we don't know whether it's a big problem or a small problem, but clearly it is a problem that has caused the entire platform to go down. Earlier, we have seen when they tried to roll out WhatsApp for desktop.
Ankit, I'm coming back to you. Ankit, I'm coming back to you. In just a moment, we're also being joined by Prashant Mali, cyber expert, and maybe you can also take questions from him later. Let me just ask him the first question. Mr. Prashant Mali, thank you for joining us here. Now, everybody who's watching Republic TV right now, they are wondering that what really happened. WhatsApp is down for more than 1 hour, Mr. Mali. Do you have any insight to what could have gone wrong?
Normally, when such kind of down happen, it is suspected attack on the system, and when the system goes down, then only they can take such kind of downfall. So I strongly feel that there should be some attack. But they will come as it may come as technical glitch. But what you see is sufferings of crores of people, where the whole WhatsApp for business is also active, which is a paid service, and the other thing is WhatsApp payment is also active, where a lot of payments are happening. So all this, it's not only the chat which has gone down, but it's the important way of communication, important way of payment system, and important way of business. WhatsApp for business has gone down, and it's causing huge loss. Where they could be legally liable for such kind of gross negligence towards cyber security.
Mr. Prashant, if I could also ask you, what kind of contingencies do companies like WhatsApp have in place? We know that they are based in California. What kind of emergency response do they have in place to make sure when such a thing happens? What is their protocol, if you can try and tell us?
The protocol normally in such kind of disaster is the disaster recovery. They have some near servers, near dear sites from where the servers has to get up. But if there is a major goof up, major technical error or a major attack on all the servers simultaneously, like the disaster recovery server is also under attack, and the backup servers are also under attack or under some ransomware attack, then everything goes down simultaneously. And I think this is a classic case of everything going down simultaneously, because 1-2 minutes of downtime sometimes is okay, but hours of downtime means it's great business loss and loss of perception, loss of brand in the amongst of people, and they are feeling little helpless, like they have seen that they have gone 10-20 years behind. And so this is really a bad thing happening to human mankind, because we are using it as a communication medium, and this is during the festival.
Right. All right, thank you. Thank you so much, Prashant Mali, cyber expert, for giving us an insight on what possibly could have gone wrong. Ankit, I'm coming back to you now. The cyber expert with us, Mr. Mali, was saying there could be a case of several servers going down at the same time. And according to you, how much more time do you think is going to take for WhatsApp to work again? We are tracking on Republic TV. You can see the timer right over there on your screen. Ankit, all of you viewers can see it. 1 hour, 6 minutes and 13 seconds. Approximately. How much time, Ankit, do you think will take for things to work again, the app to work again?
This is already, Shivangi, a very long outage. Anything over 20 minutes, I am sure, is counted as very long. It's been about that much time since the statement came out, about 5 or 10 minutes. And so from what Prashant also told us, it's very interesting. He also highlighted that there could be some kind of a web attack angle also here. It's entirely possible. He also spoke about how they have a server restore option perhaps. So maybe they could have been implementing something new. Maybe it didn't work. Hopefully they can restore back to what it was, a status quo when it was working. So these are some of the options that are perhaps available to them. For what exactly it is, they know best. They have acknowledged
some options
it,
being
but
told
they
by a
haven't
cyber
gotten
expert.
specifics.
Ankit, one more cyber expert is joining us. Ankit, I'll just take the first question to him, and then maybe you can also ask him. Now, Nikhil Mahadeshwar, cyber expert, is joining us. According to you, what do you think could have gone wrong, number one? And number two, how much longer do you think that it will take for this kind of outage to be restored? Because like Ankit was telling us right now, that it's more than an hour. That's a pretty long time for an app the size of WhatsApp to go down for so long.
Yes. So companies like WhatsApp have multiple servers. Like they have servers in multiple countries, and that's what in such type of outages, they have their disaster recovery plans in place. But now, as this outage is so long, it seems that their disaster recovery plan or business continuation plan has completely failed here. So there is a possibility that this is a not an we can say technical outage. This may be a cyber attack also. Like there are attacks like DOS attacks, and there are multiple types of cyber attacks. So WhatsApp may be a victim of such type of attacks also. So that's a possibility. And I would also like to say that their disaster recovery plan is completely failed. But talking about the multiple servers they are having in multiple countries, so they should have been shifted to that server also. But here, that thing has also been failed. And how much time it will require to restore it, that's something which is we cannot comment on it as of now.
Right. Mr. Nikhil, if I could also ask you a question, just if you could spell out a little more in detail what you are talking about how the server should be in the various countries. And also, if I could ask, what do you make of the statement? Because they have not got into any specifics. They have not spoken about where it is, how long it will take. So what do you make of Meta's statement?
So see, I'll explain you detail about the DR plan, or when I say about multiple countries. So any company or any application, if it is hosted on a specific server, if that specific server goes down, there are disaster recovery plans. So in just such type of disaster, they have a backup server. So even if the backup server, and a company like Meta using a product or app like WhatsApp is obviously having servers in multiple countries, in multiple hosts, and in a single country also at multiple locations. So if anything goes down from, it may be from a natural disaster perspective, or it may be from any type of cyber attack perspective, so they are always ready. But at times there are type of cyber attacks which can hit at multiple locations at the same time, or which exploit some vulnerability in which there is no escape plan, or there is no backup plan also works. So this may be the situation here also. So there is no access, we can say that confirmation from their end. But this type of situation arises when there is some type of attack.
All right, thank you so much, Nikhil Mahadeshwar, cyber expert, for joining us. And Ankit, I want to come back to you. Ankit, our viewers are watching that timer. 1 hour, 10 minutes. 1 hour, 10 minutes. And the amount of tweets on Twitter, Ankit, it's around 64,000 tweets. 64,000 tweets, they have tripled. And last time we told you 24,000 tweets, and now it's around 64,000 tweets. Still, we are waiting for any kind of, any statement on the what went wrong. But Meta is saying right now, Ankit, that they're working on the issue. Now, our cyber expert just said that this could be a case of cyber attack as well. And if you could also explain to our viewers that these kind of cyber attacks would, of course, be when it comes to some kind of a security reason coming in. Would that be a possibility, Ankit? Of course, we have to wait for the statement, but could that be a possibility?
You know, don't want to differ with what the experts say, but I can also just talk about how the fact that there is not that much precedented history of anyone complaining about a cyber attack having taken down their systems. All these companies maintain they have the best cyber security in place. They have to. It is a matter of policy because they hold the information of all of their users. So their systems need to be very, very secure. So I don't know if anyone would acknowledge that. It is very interesting, a possibility we're talking about. They're also talking about this being a disaster. So we'll get to the bottom of this. We'll find out, I'm sure, eventually what went wrong. But right now, we await to see when WhatsApp will return its services. We'll be back after a few minutes, after a few seconds with more on this. Viewers, we are tracking this closely. Stay with us.
As Cyclone Sitrang battered parts of Bangladesh, at least 7 people have lost their lives across the country. Thousands of people and livestock has been evacuated from Cox's Bazar coast in Bangladesh and moved to the cyclone shelters. And here's a look at what else is making news this morning. US President Joe Biden has applauded the newly elected British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak. Biden said the ascent of Rishi Sunak as the first Indian origin Prime Minister is a groundbreaking milestone.
And whether it's the United Kingdom or just today, we've got news that Rashid Sunak is now the Prime Minister. As my brother would say, go figure. And the Conservative Party.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi congratulated Rishi Sunak, who became the first Asian and Indian origin Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. The Prime Minister said he's looking forward to working closely with him on global issues. As Cyclone Sitrang battered parts of Bangladesh, at least 7 people have lost their lives across the country. Thousands of people and livestock has been evacuated from Cox's Bazar coast in Bangladesh and moved to the cyclone shelters. And here's a look at what else is making news this morning. US President Joe Biden has applauded the newly elected British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak. Biden said the ascent of Rishi Sunak as the first Indian origin Prime Minister is a groundbreaking milestone.
And whether it's the United Kingdom or just today, we've got news that Rashid Sunak is now the Prime Minister. As my brother would say, go figure. And the Conservative Party.
Diwali night, the Delhi's air quality index hit the very poor category with an AQI of 377 in Anand Vihar.
Now, Britain's Conservative Party leader Rishi Sunak has become the first Indian origin Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, former UK Chancellor of the Exchequer.
The disaster management authorities in Meghalaya have been kept on high alert as Cyclone Sitrang is likely to bring heavy rain in many parts of the state. Kashmiri Pandit families moving to Jammu from Shopian, Chaudhry Gun area where PK Bhatt was killed by terrorists.
All right, viewers, WhatsApp is down and it's been 1 hour, 15 minutes approximately. Ankit is getting us all the details from our Republic newsroom there in Mumbai. Ankit, we are telling our viewers everything which is happening right now, and we just told them that the statement is out. Meta has said they're working on the issue. Is there something else that we're learning about the outage so far?
We are learning that the outage is very widespread. Down Detector, the website where one can go and talk about such things, is reporting that while the baseline report at any point in time is 4 people in the world or so reporting that WhatsApp is down, that suddenly jumped to over 40,000. So there is a 10,000-fold increase in the number of reports of WhatsApp being down currently being made on Down Detector. So clearly it is a very large problem. Also, it is a fact that the statement that has come in doesn't refine or define what exactly the scope of this issue is, whether it is limited geographically, whether it is for certain kind of users, whether it is for certain kind of platforms, whether it's for people who use Android or iOS. No one is talking about any of that. So that would lead one to believe that it is likely a problem that is being experienced everywhere. For the moment, I can tell you that none of the messages that I've sent either to people on DM or on groups, or even to the group which I share only with myself, which I used to communicate with myself, none of that has been delivered. I get the watch face icon, the clock face that tells me that the message hasn't been sent yet. I have not got any ticks, neither one nor two, nor is it blue. So WhatsApp is very, very clearly down. We have the statement like we spoke about, Shivangi. They don't talk about an ETA either. We don't know how long it will take to fix. And some of the cyber experts that we've been speaking about have also floated the possibility that this could also have emerged from some kind of cyber attack. We don't know all that for sure. Like we spoke about earlier, eventually when they get this fixed, some point you will find that Mark Zuckerberg will write a blog on it. He will get into the detail of what the problem was, and he generally talks about the steps that they are taking to make sure that such an issue doesn't happen again. But this is an all-pervasive issue, and like you're talking about the clock ticking, the clock is ticking for WhatsApp because every second that people aren't able to communicate via WhatsApp, they're moving to other systems. I've already started and reverting to SMS for any crucial communications that have to be made. So I will find undoubtedly a different recourse very, very shortly if WhatsApp doesn't return, and there are so many of them that offer different services. And so it is a platform's game at the moment. If WhatsApp is down, people will jump elsewhere as well.
Right, Ankit, and also right now, let me tell you how many tweets. Tell our viewers how many tweets there are with hashtag WhatsApp down. 74,000 tweets, 75,000 tweets in total approximately. 75,000 tweets of hashtag WhatsApp down. That means it's trending #1 in India already. Talking about India, Ankit, it's very important to note and tell our viewers as well that India is the biggest market for WhatsApp. Biggest market for WhatsApp. 50 crore downloads in India alone. So WhatsApp India is very important, and also for the people of India who use WhatsApp for various reasons. Ankit, let's tell our viewers as well that why WhatsApp is extremely important in India and how often it is used in daily life for every Indian citizen almost.
Social media platforms have always found India to be a very profitable place to come and secure their bases. We can go all the way back, Shivangi, to the time of High Five and Orkut. Orkut was predominantly used in Brazil and India. When Facebook became a thing, it first was in the US obviously as the Facebook, but Indians were early adopters. I have personally been on the platforms in 2007 if I remember right. Instagram is also a very similar case, whereas in other countries people are using substitutes such as Snapchat, they're using things such as TikTok. Instagram remains the predominant system, and similarly the same is true of WhatsApp also. In China they have WeChat, which is a system that they have developed, and they have grown far beyond WhatsApp also. The Chinese claim that it is a superior system, but WeChat never made it here. They tried very hard. WhatsApp remained predominant. It took over from the erstwhile BBM. At one point there used to be a BBM. Now there is no longer such a thing, and WhatsApp, at least since the year 2010-2011, has been on the rise. It has now become the de facto method of communication, chat-based texting and communication on phones. They have also moved it to desktop as well, and it is often used in work situations also. It's not just for people to communicate. So that just tells you how pervasive it is, and like you said, there are billions of people using it. Facebook as a country would be the most populous in the world, and many of its smaller social networking sites are not small at all. They are also billion user social networking sites on their own right, and so that's why this affects so many people. And so as we speak, as you likely said, WhatsApp down is the #1 trend on Twitter. So clearly there's a lot of chatter about it. Like you pointed out, you were speaking a minute ago, it was 75,000 tweets. Now it is 81.2 thousand tweets. And we have a live blog on this on republicworld.com. We have a live stream specifically for this on our YouTube. So we are giving users all the information, everything the cyber experts are saying, what the company is saying, so on and so forth. It's been some time now, and every couple of seconds I'm refreshing my WhatsApp to check whether or not any of the messages have been delivered. And I can tell users and viewers that no messages have gone so far, so they are not alone. I'm experiencing it too, and so is the rest of our newsroom.
Right. And also Ankit, there's not just India, there are reports coming in right now that WhatsApp is down for users across UK as well. Other countries are affected as well. Ankit, many people are reporting that the messaging app is down. Many people on social media, not just in India, internationally we are coming to know that WhatsApp is down all over the world in different parts of the world, Ankit. And I am reading one report where it says that UK users are also experiencing problems. All right, Nivedana is joining us live from the Delhi newsroom. Nivedana, what are you picking up so far?
You know, in terms of the fact that you just pointed out about United Kingdom also going through the same issue, it's being stated that we track outages, said more than 57,600 reports of problems had been submitted since 8:41 a.m. So it's not just India that is facing this outage with WhatsApp. It is United Kingdom as well, is what we're understanding so far. Now, obviously, like Ankit was also pointing out, I think all of us are constantly looking at our phones to check if WhatsApp is connecting at the moment. In fact, a lot of people have been tracking on Twitter as well to find out in terms of what really happened there, because the last I think all of us were able to connect by using the app was about 45 minutes ago, or a little more than that, I believe. On the other hand, of course, the statement coming in where Meta is looking to kind of fix the issue as well.
Right, Nivedana, since you are in Delhi and I am in Mumbai, one of the questions certainly that I can ask you is that is everyone in your vicinity and you also experiencing the same problem? Because certainly in Mumbai we are, and now Shivangi tells us that even in London they are.
Right, I'm going to toss that question over to my colleague Tanisha, if you would want to take that one, Tanisha.
Right, Ankit, we are experiencing the WhatsApp outage not only in India but also in Portugal and the United Kingdom. Now, remember, this incident is quite old. Now, there have been incidents in the past as well where WhatsApp have been down, and it dates to almost about as back as 2013. Now, 2013, December 8 is when we experienced the first WhatsApp outage, and then it was in 2014, 2020, and then 2021. And the recent outage that we're experiencing is today, that is 2022. Now, so it has been a series of outages that has been following since 2013 to 2022. Now, talking about the outage in other countries, it's not just India, but also Portugal, it's Spain, and also United Kingdom that is experiencing the same problem.
Absolutely. You know, I have a list of different outages that have been reported over the years, and there are a number of them that cite cyber attacks as well. So perhaps there is some credence in some of the theories that our tech experts were talking about, that also could be a reason perhaps that it is down. Generally, these are things that have in the past been attributed also to other platforms that the WhatsApp relies on. It could be a server-side platform or something, so on and so forth. Nivedana, Tanisha, over to you again. There are different people now in the rest of the world waking up. Like you said, in the UK, what more can you tell us of where you are hearing this problem also being experienced, and what are people talking about?
Right, Ankit, as I mentioned, it is not just India and the UK, but also Portugal, Mexico, Sri Lanka among the ones affected. So it is about 4 to 5 countries that has been affected with the WhatsApp outage. And now people are facing problems because, as you said, it is the festive mood, it's the festive season, and most of the communications that is done is via WhatsApp. Not just unofficial, but also official conversations. Now, you know, there's a trouble in having those communications to take through, and it's not just in India but also in Sri Lanka, be it Portugal or Mexico or even the United Kingdom. Now, as you said, the likely reasons could be a cyber attack or malfunctioning in the system, but those are all speculations that we are placing through. So far, the Meta, the official spokesperson of Meta, has not given out reasons as to why there is this WhatsApp outage, but he said that he's working on the problem and it will be sorted soon. However, to remind our viewers, it's almost been 1 hour 30 minutes. 12:30 Indian time is when we first experienced the power outage, and now it's been almost 1 hour 20 minutes since we are facing this problem, and the issue has not been sorted yet. Ankit.
Right, you know, Tanisha, as you speak, there is a Twitter handle that is suggesting that, and this is technical language, so I'm going to read it out. WhatsApp Messenger services no replies from their messenger nodes, probably a DNS or an internal routing issue. So this is one possible issue that someone is citing on their own. So Nivedana, if I can come across to you, what are some of the conversations going on about this on different platforms? Because now there are amateur experts or even professionals probably jumping in and trying to find out through their own testing what exactly went on. You never know what people talk about online. What is the chatter to do with the WhatsApp down right now that you are picking up?
Obviously, there are several reactions that are coming in from people who obviously use this popular app, Ankit. But in terms of course, like you said, everyone's kind of trying to find out what the technical issue could be. In fact, earlier we had seen the Meta company spokesperson saying that we are aware that some people are currently having trouble sending messages and we're working to restore the WhatsApp for everyone as quickly as possible. That is, of course, the official statement coming in. But what are the reasons why this outage has been caused? We'll have to wait and find out.
All right, Nivedana, Tanisha and Ankit are getting us all the details. I just want to go across to our guest as well. Prashant Mali, cyber expert, is joining us live as well. Mr. Mali, you spoke to us and now the statement is out by Meta, but they don't really what really happened. What really happened? They're saying that we're looking into the issue. We all are speculating right now what really happened. Could you have any insight into when this issue could be resolved? Because it's the longest outage so far of WhatsApp. That's what we are learning so far.
This is gross negligence, as I told you before also. Like, you cannot look for an issue for hours together. If they are saying it is DNS routing issue, then that could have been fixed long back. Now, this is a standard defense which these companies take when they commit this gross negligence. They already may be knowing the issue, but they will keep entangling us in a technical jargon. But what is caused us is a huge, humongous amount of financial loss, as well as loss of patience, loss of brand value for some people, because it is used for conducting business, and it's an important e-commerce communication medium as well as a payment system which world over people are using it. And if that is going down at this pace and it is not getting repaired at fastest rate, then it is their gross negligence, and which they should come clean immediately and not release us such kind of technical jargons.
You know, Prashant, one thing that I noticed from what you said is that you have taken a very strong position on this. Also, the terminology-wise, you're calling it a disaster. Can you explain why you are taking such a strong position, why you feel so strongly about it, why it is more than just a talking point?
It's because WhatsApp is charging us, WhatsApp is earning out of our messages. WhatsApp is a commercial activity where, businesses, money is exchanged. So when money is exchanged, they make us sign, terms and conditions. We are in contract with them when they exploit our data, our profile and our business-related aspects which are exploited across the world. When they do this, there is a genuine responsibility, a legal responsibility on an organization which is doing in this, which is in this field, whether it is communication or whether it is payment system or whether it is an exchange of pleasantries during festivals, whatever. So when this is not getting fulfilled, I feel they are responsible, and their grossly negligence should cause them. Government of India also should take some lead to impose some kind of fine on them.
That's very interesting.
Right.
That's a very interesting point.
Mr. Mali, Ankit, yes, go ahead. Ankit, okay, I'll ask a question to you, Mr. Mali. I'll ask a question to you, Mr. Mali. Now, in fact, Ankit was also talking about this. Ankit from a Mumbai newsroom was saying that he has a list of such incidents where cyber attack was also attributed to them. Do you think this could be a case of cyber attack and this was done as a security precaution, Mr. Mali?
I feel these are more of a cyber attack related scenario, because the amount of secrecy which is kept around by saying the same reason which they repeat constantly. If last time when it went out, if the reason is same, like same way they are saying it is DNS routing error, and if someone is going and changing your DNS routing, then what are you doing? Are you not sleeping on it? Sleeping on the same issue of DNS routing? So these needs to be investigated. and these need to come in clean before the WhatsApp audience and the WhatsApp users. If it is not so, then I think some definite steps needs to be taken, because if it's not only the business related aspect. If you see, people are crippled at so extent that they feel hysterical. It is also a psychological issue for many people who have got addicted to communicating via WhatsApp. It is a social issue. It is psychological and health related issue, because a lot of health apps are dependent on WhatsApp and related communication apps.
Right. Most certainly they are. Prashant, stay with us. I'd just like to go across to Tanisha again once more in Delhi. Tanisha, if you can tell us, the conversation online is getting more varied as we speak. What are people now talking about? It's moved on from memes. Now they're trying to isolate issues. What's the chatter?
Right, Ankit. Here, I'll tell you here what is happening in the newsroom. Now, in the newsroom, everybody, when the power outage happened, everybody was quite tense about why, what was the reason behind it. And everybody thought, like always, it'll be solved in another 15-20 minutes. But now, remember, it's been almost 1 hour and more than that. And the timeline has now been continuing. It is not coming to a standstill. The problem is still there. And now people are facing problem, and not just facing problem, they're also expressing outrage in regard of this incident, saying that it is really irresponsible of such a big company to have not been able to solve the issue as far as the WhatsApp is concerned. Remember, WhatsApp is a widely used social media app, not only for official but also unofficial purposes. Now, people facing problem, be it the common man, be it business, be it in a professional setup, everybody has been facing problems, and outrage has been experienced for the same. People here are experiencing difficulties in sending across messages, because remember, WhatsApp is an easy medium of sending across messages, which requires very less efforts, and having problems in doing that is really troublesome for everybody in and around us. Ankit.
Yes, Tanisha, stay with us. Nivedna, of course, continues to be with you. Nivedna, if you can give us more details as to what time was this outage reported, because it's been over 1 hour that the outage continues, and of course, Meta responding, but the issue is still unresolved.
Right, so Miksha, this was reported around 12:15, between 12:15 to 12:30 p.m. IST is what we're understanding so far. Of course, India experienced it as well, several parts of the country. But on the other hand, other countries, including what we're picking up, US, Germany, South Africa, Bahrain, Bangladesh and Sri Lanka as well. Now, of course, the first instant reaction when your WhatsApp is not working is you believe that probably there's an issue with the internet connection. That's what I initially actually thought myself, and I was quickly going to make a call to the IT department as well. But, on the other hand, that's when we kind of learned when the issue was not being rectified, because one of the first things that happens when WhatsApp is down is the fact that we do see the message that pops up saying, trying to reconnect. And that's probably the way that everybody understood that this outage, would be fixed in a couple of minutes. But like you pointed out, it's been almost more than close to 1.5 hours. And even though Meta did say that they were rectifying the issue, no more updates as to what must have caused this outage for so long. Because we have, of course, seen such incidents in the past as well when WhatsApp has been down. But the fact that it has not been working for such a long time now is, of course, in a way, a cause of concern as well. Like, because Tanisha was also pointing out, this is one of the apps that is widely used, not just for professional purposes, but on the other hand, people also use WhatsApp for business or even payments as well, to make payments as well. So obviously, we'll have to wait and watch what Meta will be commenting on the same regarding as to why it's taking so long to be fixing this issue, Samiksha.
Well, absolutely. Nivedna, stay with us. Ankit also getting us all those updates, reporting live from the Mumbai newsroom. Ankit, if you can talk to us more about the subscribers that WhatsApp has, because let's not forget, WhatsApp is the basic medium to communicate. We're given to understand that over 2,000 million users is what WhatsApp has, and when we compare it to other social media platforms.
Yes, I think you wouldn't be far off from the truth. You are talking about a figure that is about 2 billion, and so I think that would be somewhere near. It's probably a little less than that. It's 1.5-ish sort of billion is what WhatsApp will have you believe. Whether all those people use it or not, that is anyone's guess. But certainly there are over 1 billion installs. That is what the Play Store and the Apple Store tell us as well. It's also very interesting that just going through the list of previous WhatsApp outages, the last one that was reported of a similar scale was in 2017, and that was a 2-hour-long outage. So this is nearing or nearly there in terms of being the longest ever outage in WhatsApp history, at least since WhatsApp became so all-pervasive, since it became such a big medium. And I just like to quote a part of the report that says that even till this day, WhatsApp has not disclosed what was the problem that led to it going down. So there is a documented history of WhatsApp not declaring what really the problem was. So I hope certainly that we'll find out today. It won't just end in WhatsApp being restored. We'd like to know what the issue is.
Yes, and also Ankit, just take us through the Meta statement as well that's been released, and also talk to us more about the countries, because it's not just India, other countries are facing this outage as well.
You know, just a short while back when Tanisha was speaking to us and Nivedana as well, they named at least 4 continents where it's happening. They said India, Sri Lanka, a number of Asian countries. They went as far as the Americas to Mexico. Certainly Portugal in Europe also experiencing. And if I'm not mistaken, they may have named a country in Africa, Middle East also perhaps. So it's quite apparent that this is a global phenomenon that is being reported. There is no country seemingly, even as many of them wake up, that is not hit by this issue. Whether everyone is hit by the issue, we don't know, because WhatsApp is not telling us. But definitely there is enough to believe that there are a number of places that are hit by this. As far as the response goes, it's a terse response. They are saying that they have acknowledged the problem and they are working on a fix. No more than that, Samiksha. It's very bare.
Yes, stay with us, Ankit, Tanisha, as well as Nivedana, just to talk to our viewers more about this outage that's been reported. It's been over 1 hour now that the outage continues. Meta, of course, having issued a statement where they've said that aware that some users are having trouble. They are working to get the issue resolved, but we do not yet know as to what really has led to this outage. And as Ankit was telling us, this is the largest outage to have been reported in recent times. Ankit, if you can talk to us more about, the subscribers that WhatsApp really has and the kind of issues that people are facing, because like we were discussing, of course, WhatsApp is the basic medium to communicate.
So it has about, I'm just trying to get a precise number, but it's somewhere around 1.2 billion is what they say. Now that is a number that is the size of only 2 countries have more people than that. That's China and India in that order. And so that is the size of the use base of WhatsApp. Now, like Prashant was also telling us a short while back, it's not just chats, it's not just DMs, it's also group communication, it's also work communication. WhatsApp is also used by businesses. There is a WhatsApp for business module as well, which has a bot on the other side that you can configure, and so you can chat with that bot. That is not working either. There is a payments gateway that is not so proliferated in India as yet, but it certainly works. You can via UPI sign up for it. And so these are some of the applications that WhatsApp has, which is why people use it in such large numbers. And so all of those are down right now, which is why a lot of people are also quite angry about this. That is something that has come to light the longer that this WhatsApp outage has gone on for, that people are getting frustrated also at not being able to communicate.
Well, absolutely, Ankit, and that frustration is justified on a lot of grounds. Let me go back to Nivedana as well. Nivedana, if you can once again talk to us more about stay with us. More breaking updates coming in on the same story. We are now given to understand that the IT ministry has taken stock of it and have sought report from Meta. So the IT ministry, of course, taking cognizance of the fact that the global outage continues for over 1 hour now, and has sought a report from Meta India. Remember, this comes just after minutes after Meta has also released a statement saying that they are looking into it. They are working to resolve the issue, but no word as of now as to what really has caused this global outage. The IT ministry seeking a report from Meta India. Going back to Ankit on the same. Ankit, if you could give us more details on the IT ministry having taken stock of the global outage.
So it appears that the IT ministry has also sought to find out what exactly has gone wrong and when it is likely that WhatsApp will restore its services. This is action that I think a lot of cyber experts will be happy with, because they highlighted the severity and the scope of the problem, why it's important to get a fix immediately, and why this impacts a lot of people. And clearly it does. And so that is why the IT ministry has sought a response.
Yes, Ankit, stay with us. I'm told we have a guest joining us. Sir, of course, for obvious reasons, we're not able to communicate while WhatsApp. But if you could introduce yourself and talk to us more about, the issues people are facing as a result of this WhatsApp outage, the IT ministry, of course, having taken stock of the same. All right, we'll try and connect with the guest again. But we have Tanisha and Nivedna also who are joining us from Delhi. If I can go across to Nivedna on the latest updates coming in, we understand that the IT ministry has sought a report from Meta India on the WhatsApp outage being reported.
Right, Samiksha, like you just did point out, the IT Ministry, of course, is taking cognizance of the situation and has sought a report about the fact that why this outage has happened. But, one of the things that even I was kind of thinking about during this WhatsApp outage is the fact that it kind of also puts focus on how dependent we are on this app. Because there was a point when we used to communicate through, let's say, text messages. But the fact that we're so dependent on this particular app and they still haven't been able to fix it, number one. Number two, not, giving us an update as to why this has caused such a big outage, because of the fact that, Ankit was also pointing out the last time we did see this particular incident as well was about close to 2 hours. So we're somewhere down the line, we're inching close to that particular outage as well, because in India, of course, users were experiencing this from about 12 to 12:15 in the afternoon, and then later on by 1 p.m. Many people across
Yes,
the country.
Nivedna, just hold your thoughts for a moment. I'll just come back to you. We have NS Napi Nai, the advocate of the Supreme Court, as well as the founder of Cyber Sathi, live from Mumbai. Ma'am, if I can get your response, could there be a possibility of a cyber attack given the fact that the outage, the WhatsApp outage continues for over 1 hour now?
Indeed, we can't speculate right now about the reason behind it, but that it is a fairly large outage which WhatsApp has not been able to resolve for a long period of time is a given. Now, the issue here is this. I heard you speak earlier also about the IT ministry calling upon WhatsApp to give its inputs, and it's not really based on general information, but it's a mandatory requirement under law. So, in Indian law, you have what is called as compulsory reporting of cyber incidents. So, if this outage is due to a breach in the WhatsApp server, if there is a cyber incident involved, then it is mandatory for WhatsApp to report it to CERTIN, which is the cyber emergency team for India, which functions under the IT ministry. So I just wanted to highlight the fact there is a legal requirement here. It's not just about convenience or otherwise. Apart from that, in terms of why and what has actually happened, it would only be right for the company to come out and be transparent. Merely saying it's just working on it, merely saying that, there is not even a real assurance that's coming out. I think it's very critical for the company to be transparent about what is happening and why it's happening.
Well, absolutely. And ma'am, just to continue on that very point, the outage continues for almost 2 hours now. It'll be almost 2 hours in just 15 minutes from now. On that very moment, on that very point, could you just elaborate on the kind of clarification that probably should have come in from the Meta when they accepted that there is in fact a WhatsApp outage, not just in India, but in several other countries as well?
Yes. So whenever there is a cyber incident, and particularly if it is likely to impact the personal data of users, it's imperative that the platform comes out and informs the users so that they're also a little bit more cautious in terms of how it's going to affect them. Ultimately, that's what we are concerned with. When you use a service, you need to know that your interests are secure. And more so when it's a chat app which has built itself on the anvil of security. If you remember those ads which talked about encryption as super security for you, etc. I'm not picking on WhatsApp on it. I'm just saying that security of personal data of users is critical. If the outage is an outcome of a security breach, if it is a cyber incident that has caused it, then it is absolutely essential for the company to come out with this information for the sake of knowledge of users, apart from the regulatory mandate which says that they have to report it to the Ministry of IT.
That's right. Stay with us, ma'am. We have Tanisha as well as Nivedna joining us from the Delhi newsroom. Tanisha, if you could give us more details, it'll be 2 hours in just about 15 minutes from now. Talk to us about the IT ministry having taken stock of this WhatsApp outage.
Right, Samiksha, it has, like you said, it's almost going to be 2 hours since the WhatsApp outage, and now the IT ministry has taken cognizance of the same. They've written Meta seeking a report on the same. Now, as Ankit was also pointing out, that Meta, as per se, haven't given clarity in the past as well when WhatsApp outage was experienced as to why was the long hour outage experienced. Now, in this case, we are expecting now, since the IT Ministry of India has also written to the Meta, we are expecting a clarity on as to why this outage has been experienced for almost about more than 2 hours now, in just some time. Remember, at 12:30 it is when the WhatsApp outage was experienced. We still do not have clarity on as to why was it experienced. Now the IT Ministry has taken cognizance, has sought a report, and we are expecting Meta to reply to the same, to put out a report. And remember, it's just not one incident that we have been experiencing today. In the past as well, starting from back in 2013, 2014 to even 2018 and 20, and now.
All right, Tanisha, stay with us. That's a breaking update coming in. I think WhatsApp has resumed. For our viewers also, I think the messages are being sent is what I'm given to understand. So that's the big breaking update coming in. The global outage that was the WhatsApp outage that was being seen in several countries has now been restored. The WhatsApp services are finally back, and this, of course, after almost 2 hours. WhatsApp outage is over and the issues have been resolved, is what it seems. But the question here arising as to what really happened when that global outage happened, what was the cause of it? Was it a cyber attack? We yet do not know. There's no clarification or anything for that matter from Meta. But the big update coming in right now that WhatsApp services are back after over 90 minutes. So WhatsApp services are now functional. Going across to Ankit as well. Ankit, it's almost 2 hours now that almost over 90 minutes now that the services have now finally resumed. Aishwarya Kapoor, Executive Editor of Politics, also joining us. Aishwarya, if I can get your response. IT Ministry, of course, having taken cognizance of the matter, but WhatsApp services have now been restored.
Well, absolutely. At this point of time, just within the last 90 seconds, WhatsApp has been restored in certain parts of India, but not overall. And also, the other 6 countries where WhatsApp servers were down, as far as Government of India is concerned, they have already got a report. In fact, they have lent out a helping hand to Meta in this regard, seeking that whether it's a cyber attack or not, because Government of India is keeping a very close tab on this situation, because the amount of data which is shared on WhatsApp and the amount of information which is shared also after UPI getting a linkage to WhatsApp and Meta, Government of India is keeping a very close tab on such massive apps, and very specifically talking about WhatsApp. More than 40 crore Indian individuals, Indian citizens are using WhatsApp, and Government of India has sought that report. But just 90 seconds prior to now, WhatsApp service in all the major cities, that is what we are being told. Though complete services will be up and running within the next 60 minutes. That's what we are being told initially.
All right, Aishwarya, thank you for those details. We have Tanisha, Nivedna as well as Prajwal reporting live. Taking a word across to Prajwal as well, who's reporting live from Bengaluru. Prajwal, if you could quickly give us more details. Talk to us more about this outage. It's being said it's the longest outage of 2022.
Absolutely, Samiksha, because we now clearly go on and understand that this was the longest outage, but somehow the services have gone on to resume. And let us not forget the fact that Bengaluru is the IT city, and because of the hybrid mode as work from home mode as well, many of the IT employees were suffering as well, because the companies are also using some sort of internal communication, and they always used to use WhatsApp, which was quite feasible for them, and which was also quite easy for them to operate. But because of this, there was also several, logger jams for them in this particular regard. But all said and done, slowly, even in parts of Bengaluru, the WhatsApp services have gone on to resume.
Yes. Prajwal, stay with us, and quickly taking a word from Tanisha as well. Tanisha, if you could talk to us more about what could be the reason for this WhatsApp outage. We're given to understand that cyber attack could also be one of the reasons.
Right, Samiksha, cyber attack could be one of the reasons, but remember in the past as well, the official statement has not been issued yet as to what could be the reason, the specific reason as to why this almost 2-hour-long WhatsApp outage was experienced. However, speculations are around the corner that it could be a cyber attack or a malfunctioning of the system as well. But remember in the past as well, whenever WhatsApp outage of this kind has been happened, there has been no official response of the reasons as to why the problems were happening in parts of the world. And remember, it is not just in India that we have been experiencing this problem, but also in Sri Lanka, Mexico, Portugal, that has been experiencing the same. And not just that, even the United Kingdom had been experiencing the same problem. Well, we do not have information yet about how if the WhatsApp has started working in other parts of the country, but in India, if we say WhatsApp has resumed, we can send messages now again in DMs as well as groups, and officially we do not have a statement yet as to what could be the possible reason behind the longest outage that we experienced in the year 2022. Samiksha.
Well, obviously the services of WhatsApp is back after this particular outage, but we are going to continue tracking this particular story right here on Republic. We're slipping into a short break. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more updates.
And here's a look at what else is making news this morning. US President Joe Biden has applauded the newly elected British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak. Biden said the ascent of Rishi Sunak as the first Indian origin Prime Minister is a groundbreaking milestone.
And whether it's the United Kingdom or just today, we've got news that Rishi Sunak is now the Prime Minister. As my brother would say, go figure. And the Conservative Party.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi congratulated Rishi Sunak, who became the first Asian and Indian origin Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. The Prime Minister said he's looking forward to working closely with him on global issues. A cyclone Citrang battered parts of Bangladesh. At least 7 people have lost their lives across the country. Thousands of people and livestock has been evacuated from Cox's Bazar coast in Bangladesh and moved to the cyclone shelters. And here's a look at what else is making news this morning. US President Joe Biden has applauded the newly elected British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak. Biden said the ascent of Rishi Sunak as the first Indian origin Prime Minister is a groundbreaking milestone.
And whether it's the United Kingdom or just today, we've got news that Rishi Sunak is now the Prime Minister. As my brother would say, go figure. And the Conservative Party.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi congratulated Rishi Sunak, who became the first Asian and Indian origin Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. The Prime Minister said he's looking forward to working closely.
It is the first time in 7 years that on the occasion of Diwali, Delhi's air quality is poor but not in the worst condition.
Boris Johnson out of UK PM race, Rishi Sunak inches closer.
These BSF Jawan, they are also celebrating Diwali here at the international border.
Prime Minister, he is in Kargil to be celebrating the festival with the Army Jawans at Kargil.
getting in more breaking updates. This one coming in from Arunachal Pradesh, Itanagar, where a fire broke out. As you can see, visuals coming in from Itanagar, where a fire broke out at the Naharlong daily market. So this is a local market where the fire broke out. More details are awaited on this, but as you can see, it's a massive fire that has broken out. Efforts, of course, on to douse that fire, but dramatic visuals coming in there from a market in Itanagar where the fire broke out. And we'll try and get more information on this, but the visuals coming in right now are from Arunachal Pradesh Itanagar market where the fire broke out. Yet to know about the damage to property or any injuries so far in relation to this fire incident which has been reported at a market in Itanagar. But this is a local market where the fire broke out just a short while back. Efforts are on, we are told, to douse the flames. More details are awaited, but that's a massive blaze at a local market in Arunachal Pradesh, Itanagar. And the extent seems to be humongous in terms of the damage, because as you can see, the fire is spread over a large area. We are told that this is a local market where the fire broke out in Arunachal Pradesh, Itanagar. It's a massive blaze. Several shops also, as we can see, are situated in this particular area in Itanagar, which is a local market, is what we are given to understand. Yet to know the extent of damage that's been reported, but what we are given to understand is that several shops that have also been gutted in this particular fire that has been reported at a local market. We'll slip into a very short break, but on the other side we'll get you more news breaks and more updates and more details on the fire that has broken out, in which several shops have gutted in the fire.
$11,000 placements last year. At Amity, we are committed to nurturing passionate, hardworking and proactive professionals.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi congratulated Rishi Sunak, who became the first Asian and Indian origin Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. The Prime Minister said he's looking forward to working closely with him on global issues. A cyclone Sitrang battered parts of Bangladesh. At least 7 people have lost their lives across the country. Thousands of people and livestock has been evacuated from Cox's Bazar coast in Bangladesh and moved to the cyclone shelters. And here's a look at what else is making news this morning. US President Joe Biden has applauded the newly elected British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak. Biden said the ascent of Rishi Sunak as the first Indian origin Prime Minister is a groundbreaking milestone.
And whether it's the United Kingdom or just today, we've got news that Rishi Sunak is now the Prime Minister. As my brother would say, go figure. And the Conservative Party.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi congratulated Rishi Sunak, who became the first Asian and Indian origin Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. The Prime Minister said he's looking forward to working closely with him on global issues. A cyclone Sitrang battered parts of Bangladesh. At least 7 people have lost their lives across the country. Thousands of people and livestock has been evacuated from Cox's Bazar coast in Bangladesh and moved to the cyclone shelters. And here's a look at what else is making news this morning. US President Joe Biden has applauded the newly elected British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak. Biden said the ascent of Rishi Sunak as the first Indian origin Prime Minister is a groundbreaking milestone.
And whether it's the United Kingdom or just today, we've got news that Rishi Sunak is now the Prime Minister.
Diwali night, the Delhi's air quality index hit the very poor category with an AQI of 377 in Anand Vihar.
Now, Britain's Conservative Party leader Rishi Sunak has become the first Indian origin Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, former UK Chancellor of the Exchequer.
The disaster management authorities in Meghalaya have been kept on high alert as cyclone Sitrang is likely to bring heavy rain in many parts of the state. Kashmiri Pandit families moving to Jammu from Shopian, Chaudhry Gun area where PK Bhatt was killed by terrorists.
headlines at 2:30. Rishi Sunak becomes UK's first Indian origin Hindu Prime Minister. But the lobby is at it again. Asked, is it a minority Prime Minister possible? Mystery over Coimbatore blast after BJP's deeper ISIS link claims. Sri Lanka investigation links emerge. After nearly 2 hours, WhatsApp services restored. It's the longest outage of 2022. Communal clashes in Vadodara, 19 detained. Police says investigation underway. 2 Indians trailed, targeted and killed by 4-man squad in Kenya. Motive behind the gruesome murder yet to be known. After chicken distribution, liquor bottles now is BRS on a liquor spree ahead of bypolls to lure voters in. Thanks for tuning in. This afternoon we are live and breaking, starting with a top story. Politics that has now erupted after Rishi Sunak has become UK's first non-white Indian origin Hindu Prime Minister. The opposition raising minority debate using Sunak, minority PM question that is being raised by Vadodara Congress and Mufti as well. In fact, a lot of reactions coming in which Mehbooba Mufti, of course, raking up the issue, saying that we are shackled by divisive discriminatory laws. Shashi Tharoor also wading into the controversy, saying that the British have done something rare. Can it happen here? Is what the Congress MP has stated. In fact, not just Shashi Tharoor, P. Chidambaram as well, who's responded to the controversy, saying lesson for India, lesson for parties practicing majoritarianism. Let's listen into some of the reactions coming in on this big story.
जो इंडियन ओरिजिन का ऋषि सुनाक जो है ये प्राइम मिनिस्टर बन गया ब्रिटेन का। ये पिछली दफ़ा ही प्राइम मिनिस्टर बन गया था, लेकिन कुछ हालात ऐसे पैदा हो गए कि उसको मुमकिन नहीं हुआ। लेकिन उसने जंग नहीं छोड़ी, उसने अपने उसमें रखा और मेरा ख्याल है कि शायद 2-4 महीनों में ही ये दोबारा वहाँ प्राइम मिनिस्टर बन गए। ये बहुत अच्छी खबर है और ये हमें एक लेसन है कि हमको बड़े खुले दिल से सोचना चाहिए दुनिया कहाँ जा रही है, और हम लोग जो हैं छोटी छोटी बातों में अटके हुए हैं। अब सवाल यह है कि ऋषि सुनाक जो है, जो वहाँ चैलेंजेस हैं उनका कैसे मुकाबला करता है, ये आने वाला वक्त बताएगा। क्योंकि इस वक्त पूरी दुनिया के अंदर जो है क्राइसिस है, फाइनेंशियल क्राइसिस है। पूरी दुनिया के अंदर तेल का जो मसला है वो भी बना हुआ है। यूक्रेन और रशिया की जंग जो है वो चल रही है। जो बड़ी बदकिस्मती की बात है कि 2022 जैसे साल में इस तरह की जंग होना, जबकि यूनाइटेड नेशंस जो है वो फेल हो गया है इसको कंट्रोल करने में। तो मैं आपके माध्यम से ये ज़रूर समझता हूँ, कहना चाहता हूँ कि हमारे जो इंडिया के लोग हैं उनको खुले दिल से सोचना चाहिए। और इंडिया के अंदर किसी चीज़ की कमी नहीं है। अगर कमी है तो वो एक चीज़ की कमी है कि हमारे चेहरों के ऊपर, हमारे आँखों के ऊपर वो जो चश्मा लगा है वो तौसब का चश्मा है। इस तौसब को, चश्मे को उतार दो और जिसके अंदर जो काबिलियत है उसको आगे चलने दो।
जब पूरी दुनिया भारत का लोहा मान रही है और एक भारतीय मूल का व्यक्ति यूके का प्रधानमंत्री बनता है, उस देश का जिसने भारत पर इतने वर्षों तक हुकूमत की, तो उसका जश्न मनाने के बदले कांग्रेस पार्टी अपनी असली चरित्र पर फिर से उतर आई है, जो कि बांटो और राज करो और भारत की बदनामी अंतर्राष्ट्रीय मंच पर करो और इस्लामोफोबिया का फर्जी कार्ड खेलो। मैं पूछना चाहता हूं चिदम्बरम जी और थरूर जी से कि क्या डॉक्टर मनमोहन सिंह को वो अल्पसंख्यक समुदाय का नहीं मानते, या वो डॉक्टर मनमोहन सिंह को कभी प्रधानमंत्री नहीं मानते थे? क्योंकि वो तो 10 वर्ष प्रधानमंत्री रहे और वो सिख समुदाय से थे। और जहां तक बात है सर्वोच्च पद की, तो फखरुद्दीन अहमद से लेकर ज्ञानी जेल सिंह तक, एपीजे अब्दुल कलाम तक, राष्ट्रपति कई लोग बने हैं अल्पसंख्यक समुदाय से। देखिए, देश में किसी भी लोकतंत्र में मेरिट को ज्यादा तरजीह दी जानी चाहिए, ना कि माइनॉरिटी कम्युनिटी को। परंतु अफसोस की बात यह है कि जिस कांग्रेस पार्टी ने बार बार इस देश को बांटो और राज करो की राजनीति की, आज वही कांग्रेस पार्टी इस विषय पर बोल रही है। मुझे लगता है ये तो डॉक्टर मनमोहन सिंह का उन्होंने अपमान किया है। उनको याद रखना चाहिए कि डॉक्टर मनमोहन सिंह भी 10 साल रहे प्रधानमंत्री। हालांकि उनके हाथ में कोई सत्ता रही नहीं होगी, परंतु वो भी प्रधानमंत्री रहे।
महबूबा मुफ्ती भी सवाल उठा रही हैं। अब वो कह रही हैं कि हमारे यहाँ एनआरसी और सीए को लागू करने के लिए बंदिशें बनाई जा रही हैं, जबकि आप ब्रिटेन को एग्जाम्पल के तौर पर अपने देश को लेना चाहिए।
देखिए, महबूबा मुफ्ती इस विषय पर बात करे तो ऐसा लगता है 100 चूहे खाकर बिल्ली हज को चली, क्योंकि उनको पूछना चाहिए कि क्या उनको जम्मू कश्मीर का मुख्यमंत्री कोई अगर हिंदू समाज से होगा तो उनको स्वीकार्य है? जिन लोगों ने कश्मीरी हिंदुओं के नरसंहार पर एक आंसू नहीं बहाया, जिन्होंने कभी ये नहीं माना कि इस्लामिक जिहाद के चलते वो नरसंहार हुआ, जो लोग इसका भी विरोध कर रहे थे जब 370 हटने के बाद वाल्मीकि समाज को अपने अधिकार मिले, वो लोग जब आज इस प्रकार की बातें करते हैं तो उनका दोहरा चरित्र और दोहरा मापदंड सामने निकल कर आता है।
अब ये रंग में भंग डालने के बेसुरे रंगबाज लोग हैं। इनके पास न तर्क होता है न तथ्य होता है। ये भूल जाते हैं कि इसी देश में मनमोहन सिंह जी प्रधानमंत्री रहे हैं। ये नहीं होकर के वो अल्पसंख्यक थे, वो काबिल थे इसलिए हुए। एपीजे अब्दुल कलाम साहब प्रधानमंत्री रहे हैं, राष्ट्रपति रहे हैं। फखरुद्दीन अली अहमद साहब राष्ट्रपति रहे हैं। ज्ञानी जैल सिंह जी राष्ट्रपति रहे हैं। एक लंबी श्रृंखला है। इस देश में तमाम संवैधानिक पदों पर जो भी काबिल रहा है, चाहे वो अल्पसंख्यक हो, बहुसंख्यक हो, दलित हो, पिछड़ा हो, कमजोर तबकों से जुड़ा हुआ व्यक्ति हो, वो इन शीर्ष पदों पर रह चुका है। अब इन अज्ञानियों को अगर ज्ञान नहीं है तो इसका कोई इलाज तो हो नहीं सकता, क्योंकि इनकी दिक्कत यह है कि इनके पास तर्कों की कंगाली रहती है, इसलिए कुतर्कों के ये मवाली बन जाते हैं।
तो सर अभी तो खुश होने का मौका था, क्योंकि ऋषि सुनक भारतीय मूल के हैं। अब ब्रिटेन के प्रधानमंत्री बनेंगे तो भारत के साथ रिश्ते अच्छे होंगे, व्यापार बढ़ेगा। इस वक्त ये राजनीति, ये बयानबाजी क्या मायने रखती है?
देखिए, ये जो इनकी रंग में भंग डालने की इनकी संस्कृति और संस्कार है, वही संस्कृति और संस्कार इनको आज इस रास्ते पे पहुंचा रहा है। अब आज भारत के लोग अगर खुश हो रहे हैं, भारत में रहने वाले दुनिया में जो लोग हैं वो खुश हो रहे हैं, तो उसमें भी रंग में भंग कैसे डालो, ये कोशिश है उनकी।
भी महबूबा को समझना चाहिए, ये सभी मिलिटेंट्स जो रहते हैं, जो आतंकी रहते हैं, ये किसी पर्टिकुलर समाज से क्यों रहते हैं? क्योंकि इनकी मानसिकता इस प्रकार से है। हमारी डेमोक्रेसी सबसे बड़ी डेमोक्रेसी है और ये समझना चाहिए कि उस डेमोक्रेसी में जिस आधार पर भी कोई आज तक आया उसको किसी ने रोका नहीं है। हालांकि कांग्रेस के लोगों ने जो एक इंदिरा गांधी के प्रति हाई कोर्ट इलाहाबाद ने कहा था, उसके बावजूद उन्होंने इमरजेंसी लगा करके देश को कुचलने की कोशिश की। ये किस पर सवाल उठाते हैं? इनको समझना चाहिए कि भारत जैसा एक ऐसा देश जिसमें सर्वधर्म समभाव को कदर किया जाता है, तो इस प्रकार की मानसिकता जो कांग्रेस की है गलत है।
सबसे बड़ी बात है, आज देश के लिए बहुत गौरव का दिन है कि एक बहुत योग्य, लोकप्रिय, काबिल नेता भारतीय मूल के ऋषि सुनक इंग्लैंड के प्रधानमंत्री बन रहे हैं। उनकी पार्टी का समर्थन है, इंग्लैंड के लोगों का समर्थन है, हम लोग को भी खुशी है। तो आज का दिन राजनीतिक विवाद का नहीं होना चाहिए, मैं स्पष्ट करना चाहता हूं। लेकिन जो लोग इस सवाल कर रहे हैं, मैं उनसे पूछता हूं, एपीजे कलाम कौन थे? आप मुझे बताइए। योग्य, लोकप्रिय राष्ट्रपति अटल जी ने बनाया था। रामनाथ कोविंद जी बहुत योग्य दलित समाज के नेता, किसने राष्ट्रपति बनाया था? नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने सरकार ने बनाया था। आदिवासी समाज की बहुत योग्य नेत्री आदरणीय द्रौपदी मुर्मू जी, किसने राष्ट्रपति बनाया? नरेंद्र मोदी जी की सरकार, बीजेपी ने बनाया। स्वयं नरेंद्र मोदी जी कहाँ से आते हैं? बहुत ही पिछड़े गरीब परिवार से, चाय वाले के बेटे हैं। आज देश के लोकप्रिय प्रधानमंत्री हैं, आगे फिर बनेंगे। यही तो भारत है, लोकतंत्र सबको अवसर देता है। तो आज के दिन सबों को एक स्वर में बात करना चाहिए, मैं अपेक्षा करूंगा। और कांग्रेस के नेताओं को भी कहूंगा कि आगे बहुत चुनाव है, तो बहुत कुछ चुनाव में अपनी अपनी बात कहने का मौका।
So full blown politics that has erupted over Rishi Sunak, who's been elected as the UK Prime Minister. Moving on to another big story that we've been tracking, this one from Coimbatore, where in relation to the Coimbatore car blast, 5 accused have been arrested in connection with this case. A terror angle, a deeper terror angle, which is also under the scanner as we speak. So 5 arrests is the latest update coming in on this big story. 5 arrests that have been made in connection with this case. There is a deeper plot, terror plot, which is also under the scanner. BJP, Tamil Nadu BJP, they're alleging that there is an ISIS link related to the Coimbatore blast that has been reported. And those are the visuals as well coming in of the blast which was reported, the CCTV in which the 5 accused can be seen, and of course the 5 arrests that have been made in connection with this case. A reaction as well coming in on this big story. Let's listen in.
I think yesterday CNN News 18 English has put a blog post late in the night. CNN News 18 has called this as a suicide attack in Tamil Nadu. Yesterday at 8 p.m. they have published that blog from Delhi. And what I am saying is nothing new. Basically, many media channels have speculated. A lot of your media people have linked this Jamisha Mubin to Mohammad Azharuddin to Jagaram Hasim. I will not take the name of the English reporters and some Tamil reporters also. They have taken the names yesterday. They are already giving connections to it. As political party, we have waited for almost 48 hours. At least to use the word called terror attack has happened in Tamil soil. That is what we want. You are calling that as a cylinder blast, and you are trying. So that moment you say a terror attack, at one end it also means people will take extra precaution when going out. It also means, that is also you have to say. If you call this as a cylinder blast, let us imagine one more module is active. That module might do an attack in the next 1 week or 10 days. Then what will the state government do? Oh, no, we should not have called it a cylinder blast. You never know. Modules are always present in different parts of the country. So all we are saying is, some English news channels have also cryptically written the WhatsApp chat message of that person, status message. So nothing we are disclosing is not available already in the public domain. Different news channels have got parts of it here and there. Some blog people have got parts of it here and there. We are not going further to talk about the 8 people or to talk about the other people also. All we are doing is telling the government, people have started to know this is a terror attack, this is a suicide attack. Please don't hide anymore. Please arrest people, give us confidence, change officers, put some extra security in Coimbatore. Please brief press openly so that press and political parties will support you. And you also, sir, you are a very senior journalist, sir. In your lifetime, have you seen any press release, sir, in your lifetime on a sensitive matter without a police section? That itself shows moment they release the section out, intelligent people like you will say, why for a cylinder blast you have put this section? So that is our duty to question it, sir. If the political party is not doing it, then what is the purpose of our existence?
So, as you just heard, Annamalai there, the Tamil Nadu BJP chief, making very scathing allegations, saying that there is a deeper ISIS plot related to the Coimbatore blast. Ashwin reporting live on the story. Ashwin, put this into context for us at when did this blast happen and what are the allegations that are being levelled by the Tamil Nadu BJP?
Well, the blast happened on Sunday early morning at 4 near to the Someshwar temple in Coimbatore. Now, the incident has what it was initially seemed to be a normal explosion turned the tables. After the explosion, the police found that a lot of iron nails were all scattered around the area where the explosion took place. Number two, the person who was driving the vehicle, he was also killed, and it was near a temple. That added more doubts to the police officers. And then when they found out the activities of this the deceased individual, they found that he had links with, he had in fact been trying to connect with some terrorists who have been accused in various crimes and jail in Kerala. And on top of that, he has also made some social media contacts with the Sri Lanka Easter attack main accused as well. Now, the CCTV footage which eventually came out also shows 5 men carrying a white sack just few hours before, that is at around 11:45 p.m. on Saturday, into the very house where this person was there. We also got information that a car was taken for a price of about 10,000 rupees. That's the price of the car that was picked up by the suspect in this case, and then that was used like a terror convoy as well. So when you put all these things together, it certainly looks like there is a huge nexus that is being operated. Also, the police had The police had also taken a raid in the brother of one of the organization which has been banned in Tamil Nadu as well. So the nexus is deep. The investigation is going on. More details will unravel. We'll bring all those details after the break. Stay tuned to Republic TV.
Style? For me, it's the pursuit of timeless elegance. Crisp, clean, classic, subtle brilliance. You don't know what it is that catches your eye, but it does, you know. The cut, the color, the lines. There's something in the essence of the evergreen. You feel special, selected. That's when I know I found the right fit, when I feel selected.
As Cyclone Sitrang battered parts of Bangladesh, at least 7 people have lost their lives across the country. Thousands of people and livestock has been evacuated from Cox's Bazar coast in Bangladesh and moved to the cyclone shelters. And here's a look at what else is making news this morning. US President Joe Biden has applauded the newly elected British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak. Biden said the ascent of Rishi Sunak as the first Indian origin Prime Minister is a groundbreaking milestone.
And whether it's the United Kingdom or just today, we've got news that Rashid Sunak is now the Prime Minister. As my brother would say, go figure. And the Conservative Party.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi congratulated Rishi Sunak, who became the first Asian and Indian origin Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. The Prime Minister said he's looking forward to working closely with him on global issues. As Cyclone Sitrang battered parts of Bangladesh, at least 7 people have lost their lives across the country. Thousands of people and livestock has been evacuated from Cox's Bazar coast in Bangladesh and moved to the cyclone shelters. And here's a look at what else is making news this morning. US President Joe Biden has applauded the newly elected British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak. Biden said the ascent of Rishi Sunak as the first Indian origin Prime Minister is a groundbreaking milestone.
And whether it's
Session of His Majesty King Charles III. In just a short period, this government has acted urgently and decisively on the side of hard-working families and businesses. We reversed the national insurance increase. We helped millions of households with their energy bills and helped thousands of businesses avoid bankruptcy. We are taking back our energy independence, so we are never again beholden to global market fluctuations or malign foreign powers. From my time as Prime Minister, I am more convinced than ever that we need to be bold and confront the challenges that we face. As the Roman philosopher Seneca wrote, it's not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It's because we do not dare that they are difficult. We simply cannot afford to be a low-growth country where the government takes up an increasing share of our national wealth and where there are huge divides between different parts of our country. We need to take advantage of our Brexit freedoms to do things differently. This means delivering more freedom for our own citizens and restoring power to democratic institutions. It means lower taxes so people can keep more of the money that they earn. And it means delivering growth that will lead to more job security, higher wages, and greater opportunities for our children and grandchildren. Democracies must be able to deliver for their own people. We must be able to outcompete autocratic regimes where power lies in the hands of a few. And now more than ever, we must support Ukraine in their brave fight against Putin's aggression. Ukraine must prevail, and we must continue to strengthen our nation's defences. That's what I have been striving to achieve, and I wish Rishi Sunak every success for the good of our country. I want to thank Hugh, Francis, Liberty, my family and friends, and all the team at Number 10 for their love, friendship and support. I also want to thank my protection team. I look forward to spending more time in my constituency and continuing to serve South West Norfolk from the backbenches. Our country continues to battle through a storm. But I believe in Britain. I believe in the British people. And I know that brighter days lie ahead. Thank you.
And the final outgoing UK Prime Minister's farewell speech, in which he made it very clear that Rishi Sunak has the full support of Liz Truss, and also making it clear about UK's resolve to continue to back Ukraine in its war against Russia. So the speech there of Liz Truss, the outgoing UK Prime Minister, in which he said that Rishi Sunak has full support of Liz Truss. So it's the countdown now to Sunak's final takeover as a UK Prime Minister. And in the speech there that was being given by the outgoing UK Prime Minister Liz Truss, in which she extended wishes to Rishi Sunak, who's all set to take over as a UK Prime Minister, the first Indian UK Prime Minister who will be sworn in. We'll slip into a very short break, but on the other side we'll continue with our news break and more updates on the big story from UK as Liz Truss, the outgoing UK Prime Minister, gives her farewell speech.
And here's a look at what else is making news this morning. US President Joe Biden has applauded the newly elected British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak. Biden said the ascent of Rishi Sunak as the first Indian origin Prime Minister is a groundbreaking milestone.
And whether it's the United Kingdom or just today, we've got news that Rishi Sunak is now the Prime Minister. As my brother would say, go figure. And the Conservative Party.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi congratulated Rishi Sunak, who became the first Asian and Indian origin Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. The Prime Minister said he's looking forward to working closely with him on global issues. A cyclone Citrang battered parts of Bangladesh. At least 7 people have lost their lives across the country. Thousands of people and livestock has been evacuated from Cox's Bazar coast in Bangladesh and moved to the cyclone shelters. And here's a look at what else is making news this morning. US President Joe Biden has applauded the newly elected British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak. Biden said the ascent of Rishi Sunak as the first Indian origin Prime Minister is a groundbreaking milestone.
And whether it's the United Kingdom or just today, we've got news that Rishi Sunak is now the Prime Minister. As my brother would say, go figure. And the Conservative Party.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi congratulated Rishi Sunak, who became the first Asian and Indian origin Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. The Prime Minister said he's looking forward to working closely with him on global issues. A cyclone Citrang battered parts of Bangladesh. At least 7 people have lost their lives across the country. Thousands of people and livestock has been evacuated from Cox's Bazar coast in Bangladesh and moved.
Thanks for staying tuned. On to another big story coming in from Gujarat of communal clashes that have been reported from Vadodara, where members of two communities clashed over the bursting of firecrackers in a locality in Gujarat's Vadodara city on Diwali, following which the police has detained 19 people from both the sides. We understand that the clashes broke out at around 12:45 a.m. on Tuesday in a communally sensitive area in Vadodara. Those detained include a person who allegedly hurled a petrol bomb as well at the policeman from the third floor of the house in the locality nearly an hour after the clashes broke out. So arson and vandalism that's been reported from in Vadodara where the clashes broke out, and reaction as well coming in. Let's listen into what the police official has to say.
देखिए, ये मैं हैरान हूँ कि दीपावली के दिन भी ऐसा कम्युनल क्लैशेस हुआ है। मैं समझता हूँ सरकार वहाँ कॉम्पिटेंट है, एक्शन लिया जाएगा और जो भी जिम्मेवार है उसको कानूनी तौर पर डील किया जाएगा। तो हमें विश्वास है कि गुजरात की जनता जो है समझदार है और ऐसे व्यक्तियों को छोड़ेंगे नहीं, और आने वाले दिनों में आप देखेंगे कि इलेक्शन के रिजल्ट्स में भी इसका।
And Priyanka joining us live from Vadodara. Priyanka, what can you tell us about this incident, the probe into the communal clashes that broke out in Vadodara?
Well, that's right, Samiksha. In fact, we are at the exact place where this entire clashes, in fact, had broken out. We are seeing how there was stone pelting that was done, and there were several vehicles that had also sustained the damage because of these kind of stone pelting that had gone on. If I could ask my VJ Bipin to, in fact, zoom in for you, for our viewers to understand what exactly had gone on here. You can see extra police deployment that is also done in this particular area of Panigate in Vadodara. This is in the middle of the city itself, and we see the vehicle.
Billboards of the shops that have been put up here. This is a marketplace, it's a very busy area, and this is the exact spot where the people, in fact, had been celebrating Diwali. There were children who were bursting the crackers. And let me show for our viewers to understand. And this is the place from where police, the stones were being pelted, petrol bombs were being pelted as well. Eyewitnesses claim, Samiksha, that these street lights that you also see behind me, around me, were the ones that had been cut off. Post which then there were stones that were being pelted from particular areas to this particular place at this particular house as well. Where they had seen that the children, in fact, were celebrating Diwali, but they had to stop, and then of course they had to run for cover as well because there were stones that were being pelted on them while they were celebrating Diwali as well. And post which we also see that extra police deployment has also been done. Now this is the exact route as well where the DCP had been passing by from, and his car as well had been attacked. There was a petrol bomb that was hurled on his car as well, and post which there was extra police deployment and combing operations that were being done in and around the area as well. And this is the exact spot in the Panigate area of Vadodara where all of these shops, all of these houses, in fact, have sustained this kind of damage because of the stone pelting, because of the petrol bombs hurling. Yes. And now police have taken 19 people into their custody and they are interrogating them, they are investigating.
All right, Priyanka, we leave it at that, slipping into a very short break for now. On the other side, we'll continue with the live coverage and live reportage from the Vadodara clash site. 19 arrests made in the case.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi congratulated Rishi Sunak, who became the first Asian and Indian origin Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. The Prime Minister said he's looking forward to working closely with him on global issues. As Cyclone Sitrang battered parts of Bangladesh, at least 7 people have lost their lives across the country. Thousands of people and livestock has been evacuated from Cox's Bazar coast in Bangladesh and moved to the cyclone shelters. And here's a look at what else is making news this morning. US President Joe Biden has applauded the newly elected British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak. Biden said the ascent of Rishi Sunak as the first Indian origin Prime Minister is a groundbreaking milestone.
And whether it's the United Kingdom or just today, we've got news that Rishi Sunak is now the Prime Minister. As my brother would say, go figure. And the Conservative Party.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi congratulated Rishi Sunak, who became the first Asian and Indian origin Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. The Prime Minister said he's looking forward to working closely with him on global issues. A cyclone Citrang battered parts of Bangladesh. At least 7 people have lost their lives across the country. Thousands of people and livestock has been evacuated from Cox's Bazar coast in Bangladesh and moved to the cyclone shelters. And here's a look at what else is making news this morning. US President Joe Biden has applauded the newly elected British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak. Biden said the ascent of Rishi Sunak as the first Indian origin Prime Minister is a groundbreaking milestone.
And whether it's the United Kingdom or just today, we've got news that
Very good afternoon and thank you for tuning in. You're watching Superfast 50 at 3 p.m. I'm Suesha Samant. We bring you up to speed with the top 50 stories that are making news this afternoon. Let's begin with the first one. Rishi Sunak has scripted history and become the first Indian origin Prime Minister of United Kingdom. But the lobbies at it again used Rishi Sunak to target India and asked, and I quote, is a minority Prime Minister possible in India? Unquote. Hours after Rishi Sunak was chosen as UK's new Prime Minister, the opposition in India, led by Vadodara Congress and Mehbooba Mufti, have raised questions whether India could have its own minority Prime Minister, both parties completely forgetting the 4 presidents and a Prime Minister in India from minority communities. BJP responded to Mehbooba Mufti's minority Prime Minister pitch while asking if a Chief Minister from the minority community in Jammu and Kashmir would ever take oath.
Speaking about minority rights, it's like the devil preaching the scriptures. But the Congress party has always practiced the art of double standards and hypocrisy, and today they leave no stone unturned in order to undermine India's image, even at a time when the world is celebrating India and Indians across the world.
BJP fact-checked the opposition, reminding the party of Dr. Manmohan Singh being the Prime Minister from the minority Sikh community. Also, Zakir Hussain, Fakhruddin Ahmed, Gyani Zail Singh, Abdul Kalam became presidents is what the BJP said, adding that merit, not minority, should be the criteria, and sadly Congress wasn't getting it.
जो इनकी रंग में भंग डालने की इनकी संस्कृति और संस्कार है, वही संस्कृति और संस्कार इनको आज इस रास्ते पे पहुंचा रहा है. अब आज
Rishi Sunak will take charge as Britain's first Indian origin Prime Minister after an audience with King Charles on Tuesday, a day after he was elected as the new leader of the Conservative Party in a historic leadership run. Outgoing Prime Minister Liz Truss will chair her final cabinet meeting at 10 Downing Street on Tuesday morning. She also made a speech while in Buckingham Palace to formally tender her resignation to the 73-year-old monarch. 5 persons have been arrested in connection with a car explosion in the city on Sunday, in which a man was killed. That's what the police said. Without divulging details, it said that 5 persons have been arrested in connection with the case and identified them as Muhammad Talka, Muhammad Azharuddin, Muhammad Riaz, Firoz Ismail and Muhammad Nawaz Ismail, all in their 20s. There is mystery over the Coimbatore blast after BJP's deeper ISIS-linked claim. Sri Lanka investigation links have also emerged.
This information is nothing new. I think yesterday CNN News 18 English has put a blog post late in the night. CNN News 18 has called this as a suicide attack in Tamil Nadu. Yesterday at 8 p.m. they have published that block from Delhi. And what I am saying is nothing new. Basically, many media channels have speculated. A lot of your media people have linked this Jamisha Mubin to Mohammad Azharuddin to Jagaram Hasim. I will not take the name of the English reporters and some Tamil reporters also. They have taken the names.
WhatsApp, the Meta-owned instant messaging platform that was down in India with people unable to send or receive messages on their devices. The WhatsApp service also was down since 12:30 p.m. this afternoon. Many users in India reported that they were unable to access WhatsApp Messenger on Android or iOS. Meta issued a statement later on this issue saying that the WhatsApp team is working to restore the services as soon as possible, which has now been restored. WhatsApp services said that the services were down since 12:29 p.m. This is the longest that WhatsApp has ever been out of range. Reportedly, the group chats were hit first at 12:29 p.m. and later on at 12:45 p.m. even personal messages or DMs, so as to say, were disrupted. Members of two communities clashed over the bursting of firecrackers in a locality in Gujarat's Vadodara city on Diwali. The clash broke out at around 12:45 on Tuesday in the communally sensitive Pani Gate locality. Following a clash between two communities, police detained 19 people from the two sides. Those detained included a person who allegedly hurled a petrol bomb at policemen from the third floor of this house in the locality nearly an hour after the clash broke out. A 44-year-old seer is found dead at a mutt in Karnataka's Ramnagara district. Now, according to the police, a two-page note that has been recovered from the seer's room. Cops handed over the body to the mutt after the post-mortem. Miscreants went on a rampage in Karnataka's Shivamoga and attacked a youth belonging to a pro-Hindu group. Now, according to sources, 3 bike-borne assailants also swung swords at the banners and posters of Harsha, the slain Bajrang Dal activist put in place for the rally organized in remembrance of Veer Savarkar. The incident occurred after the victim saw 2 people on the bike tearing the posters of Harsha. As he tried to stop the bike-borne miscreants, they attacked him, causing severe head injuries, following which hundreds of pro-Hindu activists gathered outside the hospital demanding justice for the youth. Shocking poll campaign in Telangana ahead of the Munugore by-polls, where BRS leaders were seen distributing liquor bottles in a viral video a month ago. Another video that went viral of distributing live chicken and liquor bottles by the BRS leaders. After a video of distribution of liquor bottles by BRS leaders went viral on social media platforms, BJP lambasted BRS ahead of the Munugore by-polls. BJP stated that BRS is using booze for votes. Two Indian techies who went missing in Kenya in mid-July were killed by a special unit of state police, according to an aide of President William Ruto. Indian techie Zulfikar Khan and another Indian national, Mohammad Zaid Sami Kidwai, went missing more than 2 months ago. Now, according to multiple media reports, the two Indian techies were part of Kenya president's poll campaign team, were killed by a team of 4 police officers. A clincher CCTV has been accessed in the Coimbatore car blast case. On the CCTV footage, a group of 5 people were seen dragging a big sack. Now, according to sources, the CCTV has been captured a night before the blast. Jammu and Kashmir police has responded on Kashmiri Pandit families moving to Jammu from Shopian. Police has stated that adequate security has been provided. The police has also added that bulletproof bunker installed for security. US President Joe Biden applauded the newly elected UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak. Biden said the ascent of Rishi Sunak as the first Indian origin UK Prime Minister is a groundbreaking milestone. Infosys co-founder Narayan Murthy has responded to the elevation of his son-in-law Rishi Sunak as Britain's Prime Minister. On his first reaction, Narayan Murthy has said, and I quote, "We are proud of him and wish him all the success." Under the influence of cyclone Sitrang, a red alert indicating heavy to very heavy and extremely heavy rainfall that has been issued for Assam, Meghalaya, Mizoram and Tripura. IMD also stated that widespread rainfall accompanied by thunderstorms, lightning and heavy to very heavy rainfall will be witnessed. As the cyclone battered several parts of Bangladesh, at least 7 people lost their lives across the country, though thousands of people and livestock have also been evacuated from Cox's Bazar coast in Bangladesh and moved to cyclone shelters. Despite a ban imposed on firecrackers by the Kejriwal-led Delhi government, the air quality of the capital remained in the very poor category post-Diwali celebrations. AQI now in Delhi stands at 380. A massive fire broke out in a restaurant at Prashant Vihar area of Rohini sector in the national capital. Several fire tenders were rushed to the spot, and after hours of firefighting operations, the fire has now been doused. JDS has staged a protest over the poor state of roads in Bengaluru. In a unique way of protest, JDS workers celebrated Diwali near potholes in a majestic area of the city. JDS has given 15 days ultimatum to the state government, or else they will plan to conduct protests across all the BBMP wards. A massive fire broke out at the Nahar Lagoon Daily Market in Arunachal Pradesh's Itanagar. Fire tenders rushed to the spot to douse off the fire. Now, according to the fire officials, no casualties have been reported yet. Crude bomb menace in West Bengal has killed 1 child in Bhatpara area of North 24 Parganas district. 1 child died and 3 others were grievously injured after they kicked a crude bomb they thought was a ball. A Dalit couple and their son were shot dead allegedly by 6 persons over a dispute in Madhya Pradesh's Damoh district on Tuesday morning. The police said that 2 other sons of the couple were injured in the incident, which took place at around 6:30 in the morning.
माणा का हिरवार और घमंडी हिरवार की पत्नी राज प्यारी, इन तीनों के ऊपर फायर किया, जिसकी वजह से तीनों की डेथ हो गई है और एक लड़का जो है, घमंडी का लड़का जो है, घायल है, जो जिला चिकित्सालय में इलाजरत है।
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has stated that his country is crushing the so-called Second Army of the world. Speaking on the 8th month anniversary of Russia invading Ukraine, Zelensky said that from now on, Russia will only be a pawn. White House has repeatedly rejected Russia's talk of a possible dirty bomb attack in Ukraine as the war enters into its 9th month.
When we hear this type of patently false disinformation emanating from the Kremlin, we know the Kremlin's track record when it comes to these types of claims. That's what, of course, what is the predicate, what ultimately undergirds our concern. We reject the transparently false allegation that Ukraine is preparing to use a dirty bomb on its own territory. That was a message you saw in the readouts in the joint statement that we issued yesterday. And then just today, you saw from Ukrainian Foreign Minister Kuleba.
The Kremlin accused Western leaders of refusing to listen to the arguments of the Russian side to take part in peace mediation to end the war in Ukraine. Speaking to reporters, Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov said that the French and German leaders are not willing to engage with Moscow. Australia's Treasurer Jim Chalmers has congratulated former British Treasury Chief Rishi Sunak, who is set to become the United Kingdom's first Prime Minister of colour.
Friend of Australia, as the UK is a friend of Australia. And we congratulate him on his elevation to the Prime Ministership. The UK, like Australia, has no shortage of challenges and no shortage of economic challenges. And so we wish Rishi Sunak well. Some of us had the opportunity to work with him briefly when we first came to government. I was able to exchange messages with him when he was unsuccessful in the last leadership ballot. I think it says something about his commitment and his persistence, the way that he conducted himself in the interim. I don't think it's insignificant that a country like the UK has its first Prime Minister of colour.
Taiwanese president has stated that democracy and rule-based order are facing the greatest of challenges since the Cold War. Saudi Crown Prince and newly appointed Prime Minister of the Kingdom, Mohammed bin Salman, is expected to be in New Delhi for a short one-day visit. That is on the 14th of November in Delhi. The Saudi Crown Prince will meet with Prime Minister Modi, External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar and National Security Advisor Ajit Doval. United Nations in Myanmar has expressed deep concerns over the reports of airstrikes that took place in Kachin state. The attack has resulted in dozens of casualties. On Sunday, the Myanmar military launched airstrikes on a musical performance near a village in the Pakanth township. Russian Deputy Prime Minister said that football clubs inside the annexed regions of Ukraine will be integrated into the country's regular championships. The Deputy Prime Minister has stated that the government has agreed to the plans with the Russian Football Union to amalgamate clubs of the new territories. Nursing courses have been launched in Russia as the military hospitals feel the need for medical aid amidst the escalation in the war against Ukraine. The first group of 15 students is currently being trained at the State Medical Academy, and 2 more groups of 25 people have been recruited. The United Nations has asked North Korea to engage in dialogue with South Korea in an effort to defuse tensions in the wake of warning shots fired by both countries' military forces.
DPRK, we're obviously concerned about the increased tensions that we're seeing in and around the Korean Peninsula. I think in that connection, the Secretary General asked the DPRK to resume talks with other parties and for all parties concerned to come together to foster an environment that is conducive to dialogue.
Having sealed an emphatic win over Pakistan, Team India is now gearing up for the upcoming clash against the Netherlands in the ongoing ICC T20 World Cup. The team hit the ground running with their fast practice session at Sydney Cricket Ground. India's all-rounder Hardik Pandya opened up on the run-out rule at the non-strikers' end, which has been in the news for quite a while now. Hardik Pandya has stated, "We need to stop making a fuss about this running out the non-striker, and it is a rule." Phil Simons decided to step down as West Indies coach after his team crashed out in the first round of the ongoing T20 World Cup in Australia. Phil Simons described the result of the West Indies team as unfathomable. Former West Indies captain Kieron Pollard has described the team's failure to make the Super 12s at the 2022 T20 World Cup as a sad day for Caribbean cricket. The 2-time T20 World Cup champion West Indies knocked out from the qualifying stages after defeats against Ireland and Scotland. South African coach Mark Butcher has stated that team's history with rain is not good after the match against Zimbabwe was washed out. The South African coach has also added that the team is still in control of their destiny in the T20 World Cup. Bangladesh defeated Netherlands to claim first win in T20 World Cup. Now, Saking Ahmed's stunning performance with the ball poised Bangladesh for a 9-run win over Netherlands in Group 2. It is Bangladesh's first victory in the Super 12 round of the T20 World Cup. After the Sandpaper Gate controversy rocked Australian cricket, former Australian skipper Tim Paine accused South Africa of ball tampering in the Test match and claimed that the incident was covered up by match broadcasters. The former captain made shocking revelations in his autobiography. Top-ranked Carlos Alcaraz rallied to beat Jack Draper in the first round of the Swiss indoors. Alcaraz clinched with his third match point chance, firing a forehand winner when following in a strong serve that left-hander Draper stretched to return. Arthur Rinderknecht saves 2 match points to take out the number 4 seed Silic at the Basel Open. Rinderknecht will face the winner of Alex Molcan versus Mackenzie McDonald. Unai Emery left his position as Villarreal coach to take charge of English club Aston Villa. It will be Emery's second spell in the Premier League after coaching Arsenal in 2018-19. Villa said that Emery will start as manager on the 1st of November after his work permit formalities are completed.
11,000 placements last year. At Amity, we are committed to nurturing passionate, hardworking and proactive professionals.
A cyclone Sitrang battered parts of Bangladesh. At least 7 people have lost their lives across the country. Thousands of people and livestock has been evacuated from Cox's Bazar coast in Bangladesh and moved to the cyclone shelters. And here's a look at what else is making news this morning. US President Joe Biden has applauded the newly elected British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak. Biden said the ascent of Rishi Sunak as the first Indian origin Prime Minister is a groundbreaking milestone.
And whether it's the United Kingdom or just today, we've got news that Rishi Sunak is now the Prime Minister. As my brother would say, go figure. And the Conservative Party.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi congratulated Rishi Sunak, who became the first Asian and Indian origin Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. The Prime Minister said he's looking forward to working closely with him on global issues. A cyclone Sitrang battered parts of Bangladesh. At least 7 people have lost their lives across the country. Thousands of people and livestock has been evacuated from Cox's Bazar coast in Bangladesh and moved to the cyclone shelters. And here's a look at what else is making news this morning. US President Joe Biden has applauded the newly elected British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak. Biden said the ascent of Rishi Sunak as the first Indian origin Prime Minister is a groundbreaking milestone.
And whether it's the United Kingdom or just today, we've got news that Rishi Sunak is now the Prime Minister. As my brother would say, go figure.
And the latest coming in as the Kerala governor has now issued a show cause notice to the Vice Chancellor of Sri Narayan Guru Open University. This is the 10th university to which such a notice has been issued by the Kerala governor. The time given for the show cause notice is the 4th of November until 5 p.m. This even as several vice chancellors have now taken the legal route, and yesterday the Kerala governor had also held a news conference to this effect. The Kerala governor issuing show cause notice to VCs after seeking their resignations. The latest, as we tell you details, has been put out to the 10th university. This is the Sri Narayan Guru Open University, where the VC has been asked to resign, and most importantly, show cause notice that has been given, where the deadline is the 4th of November until 5 p.m. Arif Mohammad Khan's notice that came as Kerala High Court was holding a special sitting on Monday amid a row over his order to vice chancellors of 9 universities until now, and the 10th university that has been added, where vice chancellors have been asked to resign. Ashwin is joining us live on the broadcast. Ashwin, give us details. We understand that the vice chancellors have taken the legal route, but the Kerala governor very adamant on his stand. Now the 10th university that has been given the show cause notice.
Absolutely. It's not an adamant stand. In fact, the Kerala governor is in fact taking a very principled route where after the Supreme Court order with regard to the appointment of the Vice Chancellor of Abdul Kalam Technological University, when it was done as per the state rules and not according to the UGC guidelines, the Supreme Court very clearly stated that that particular appointment is illegal from the time of inception, which means anybody who's been appointed in such a manner will not be able to get any kind of benefits as a Vice Chancellor at all. So once this